Welcome to Ghost Club Paranormal. Don't go changing that channel now, as we have one hell of a show for you. From ghouls that lurk in the dead of night, to modern day technology that is sure to blow your mind. It's the number one stuff for spooky folk like you, so turn off the lights and let's get to. Ghost Club is sponsored by...
Hello, and welcome to another very spooky podcast. Do I call it a podcast? I feel like it's a podcast now.
It's a live stream.
It's a live stream, but it's it's a live stream, but we do talk certain topics, and today is going to be haunted hospitals. Look at this guy behind us.
It's fucking that's
terrifying. Creepy. So scary. I didn't realize that I also put the exact same image in the background of our last live stream as well. So that is really weird. Look at this. I'll show you what one we had last time.
No.
Look, he's behind you.
Ah! No.
Isn't that
How
crazy?
did I not know that? That's crazy.
I didn't know it either. It's been so long.
Not a fan of that. All right, let me get myself situated here.
Welcome in, Liquid D. Rob, hello. Psycho Freak, welcome. Michelle, hello. Welcome in. Tyler L. Bams Bangers. Mike, hello. Wow. We got everyone. Wow, 180
everybody.
people.
Let's go.
What you been up to, Mandy?
Not much. Had to go back to work today. And I hated it.
Rough.
It's okay, honestly. I got to watch a little bit of Jackie and Shadow, the Eagles, over in Big Bear.
They're still in their nest?
Yeah, they're getting ready to fly. Sunny and Gizmo. I'm not ready.
Aww.
I'm not ready. I'm attached. Yes, I'm supposed to be working, but instead I'm watching videos on
for those of you who don't know, it's literally an eagle cam where they set it up like every year, right? Or is it? Can you watch it
all the time?
All the time, and there's like an eagle's nest, and you just basically watch these two eagles. It's like a whole like drama series over here in the US.
Oh, you guys, that's amazing! I literally watched these babies get born. I watched them brave the winter storms, and then now they're big old teenagers and they're ready to leave the nest. And I'm obsessed. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. It's great.
I feel like they were born like a couple of months ago. It's crazy that they're just leaving the nest now. But wow, there you go. That's a national bird, right? For the US, the eagle.
It is. It's our emblem.
Do you know what Scotland's national animal is?
Animal?
Yeah. You're going to need to know this when we go to the UK, Mandy.
Hold on, let me think. Okay, Scotland.
Anybody in the comments know?
Wait, give me a chance. Scotland.
Just look at the comments.
The Loch Ness Monster.
No, could you imagine?
Please.
Oh, Cryptid also said that as well.
That's right.
It is actually the unicorn. Seriously. What? Yeah, unicorn. Look, Michelle got it right. Christina said, "Miss your faces."
Y'all fucking with me.
No.
No. Y'all fucking with me. No. Y'all lying.
It's not.
No, 100%.
1,000%. Yeah. I don't know.
Over Locky, the Loch Ness Monster, they chose a unicorn.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. That's maybe for another day. But I do have my my UK passport, my British one. And on it does have like the lion for England and then the unicorn for Scotland.
Do you know why it's a unicorn?
I don't know why. The only thing that I can really think of is we're just so magical. The Scots are just so magical, apparently. But I feel like Scottish people also like to troll people a lot. So it kind of makes sense that they went for like kind of like a funny animal that doesn't make any sense. Congratulations to everybody who got that right, and to people who didn't know that. Well, now you do, and you can use that trivia next time. You want to make your friend look silly.
Yeah. If you want to make someone look stupid, go for it.
Um,
Did you see this
what-
comment, by the way?
no.
Ibarra? Is that how you say? I wanted to tell you, I used to belong to the Globe's Elks Club as a woman of and elk. Thanks for going there.
Hell
That's really
yeah.
cool. Fuck yeah.
Love that.
Go women.
That's cool. I like that. That was the last episode we put out, guys. Like everybody knows here, we've not really been putting out much episodes. This live stream is, I will be going over the heart procedure that I had a few days ago. It's been 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's been 4 days. And honestly, if anybody's struggling with like SVT or needs to get heart ablation or anything like that and is so stressed over the procedure, do not be. Like, I can't begin to explain like the night before. First off, I'll start with this. I didn't publicly say what day it was or anything like that because there is a big chance that it may have not like my heart wouldn't have went into SVT and it could have been a failed procedure. There was a high possibility of that happening. So I really didn't want to get everybody like, like, oh, this big moment, like building it up and then like, oh, it didn't. That was my biggest fear, was it not actually working? But it did. It did. It was very successful. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Princess Scary, for your
Scary.
Oh, we love you. Miss you too, Jake. Get better. Mandy, keep on keeping on. Love that. Thank you again. Anybody who wants to donate, all the donations go towards future investigations. Our entire channel at this point is fan funded. So the more donations we get, the more places we can go to, the bigger, the better places. So thank you guys for everybody who helps us out there. So yeah, I want to update you guys now because it was a successful procedure, and I've been dealing with heart issues since the first time it happened. I think I was 16 or 17, 16 or 17, and basically it was just my heart just shot up randomly, just at random times, and we talked about it a little bit on one of our last live streams, not the last one, the one before. And it happened on location when Mandy and I were out filming in February. And that's what really kind of pushed me to really, really focus on my heart at this point, because it was just like last straw, and it's just like enough's enough. You've been to hospital so many times over it, and it's hard to do anything at that point. Anyway, I had the ablation and it went well. And the past few days, my heart has been feeling a little jumpy, a little bit skippy, I was just talking to Sam actually before we jump on live. And today I had like a very like intense episode with my heart, but it lasted like seconds, but it actually felt like an old car trying to start up. Like, like when you turn the ignition, it's like ring ding 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 ding, like that. Like, I swear to God, that's what my heart felt like. And it was at like 90 beats per minute. And I was like, whoa, when I like looked at my watch and it just went like shot up to 135. And I was like, and then it just totally fine after that. But that's to be expected though, apparently. So yeah, yeah, Mandy was there. She stayed with me the night before. And sorry, I've got my window open, so it might get a bit loud here. But yeah, Mandy was with me the night before and was trying to keep me sane because I was stressing. I was stressing so much. Thank you, Mystery Man, for the $5. Here's a little bit towards the hospital bill.
That's right.
I appreciate it. It's been yeah. Anyway, just gonna ignore those bills. I'm already starting to go into collections and I'm like,
just put it away. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. My plan is basically, because I've been to hospital so much the past couple of months, is to literally just gather it all and then call them and be like, "Come on, let's make a deal here." and just try and get the bills down as much as possible so
Yeah,
I can move forward
fair.
with my life. But um yeah, and also Tara for becoming a member as well.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So
I have so many member videos to put out. Just I have to sit down and edit them. um Thank you. Thank you guys for all of your kind messages. But anyway, I want to kind of like let you know, get you guys know that it did get a little bit weird. I've not even got like a structure to this live stream at all, so I don't even know where to begin. But the paranormal side of things, especially surrounding health, I feel like your spirit guides, your spirit team, I don't know what it is, loved ones or what, or just the universe, whoever, God, is really, really makes their presence known when you're going through something medically. And I feel like that's been happening a lot with me. But the night before I had to get the procedure done, Mandy was at my house, and it was like pretty much we were getting ready to go to bed. We were just hanging out in the living room. And Mandy, did you want to explain kind of like what you saw? Nah.
yeah, we were sitting there and your cat was being psychotic over in the kitchen. And like maybe like a 2 seconds later, I look down because she has like a reclining couch thing, and then I was reclined, but I saw a tail of a cat just like go right past my feet where the recliner part is, and I was like, "How the hell did your cat get over here so fast?" Like the cat's in the kitchen, and I like look down, and there's no cat, and then I look over in the kitchen, and Luna's still in the kitchen
Mhm.
being so crazy. Um, so I remember we talked about that briefly. And then I was in the guest bedroom and I was taking off my makeup and I heard,
This was the day after, so the day of the ablation, right?
yeah,
Or was that the night
no,
before?
this was before the night before.
Oh, I thought that that
Yeah.
happened the day
No, this
after.
was the
Oh,
night before.
interesting.
Yeah, and I was taking off my makeup and well, okay, so this is what happened before, but then something happened after too. It's like this weird series of events. But right before I heard a meow in the guest room, and sometimes the cats do get locked in there on accident. Um, just happens,
Yeah.
right? They're hiding. And I was like, that was weird though, because it didn't sound like any of your cats, like I know their meows by now and
Mhm.
it didn't sound like them, and I was like, that's weird, and I looked all over the room and like nothing. Then I looked under the bed, nothing. There was no cat in
Also,
there.
I do just wanna add with the cat meow, my cats never meow unless they're in the kitchen, and they meow for food. That's the only time my cats will ever meow. So,
Yeah,
hear meow
exactly.
all the way on the other side of the house, like, is a little weird, I will say that.
Yeah. So then of course you had your experience which you'll share, but then I was napping in the guest bedroom after the heart ablation. I fell asleep and when I like woke up, I swear to God, it sounded like there was a cat in the room again. And there's no cat in the room. So I was just like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
So I knew that Mandy had the tail, she saw the tail, but I wasn't even thinking about this. So this is like right after my ablation, right? And I get back home and I'm still like kind of loopy, I'm a bit out of it. I'm really tired. So I go to bed and Mike, my husband, and Mandy, they're like at the door and they're like closing the door and they're like, okay, like have a good rest, have a good rest. And they like close the door. And I'm like, okay, so I like just about to drift off. And then I feel like a cat jumping on top of the bed and walking across my legs. And my first initial thought was, "Oh, for fuck's sake! Like they've locked a cat in the room, and I can't get up because like the where the incision was in my like leg." So I was just like, "Oh, for God's sake! Like they've left a cat in the room," and I like get up to like see who it is. No cat. And I was like, dang. Now the weird part about this, guys, is I used to have 3 cats. Now I have 2 cats. But my old cat Bruce, he was always the one who, when I was sick, he would always be in bed with me. I'm sure I've talked about this before on a live stream, but he was always the one looking after me. So 100% to me, that was just proper like validation. And then that's when I told you about that after my nap and stuff. That's when you told me about the meow, and I
Yeah, I
just thought
hadn't
that's
even
so
told you
cool.
about that. Yeah,
Like
it's so
little
cool.
like animals like come in to comfort. Like, I mean, I'm a strong, like I definitely stand for like service animals and emotional support animals. I agree with that 100%. So I think he was like my little emotional support animal. So that was so weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what the animals, like your loved animals on the other side, they tend to come back quite a bit, especially like when you really need that support. They'll show
Mm.
up for it. They'll show up as like more
Oh,
emotional support. So
I never hear from Bruce ever, like ever. It's crazy. So like the fact that he came back for the night before,
Mhm.
the procedure, it was just like, that's weird. Like so many things to happen in those 2 days. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I
Yeah.
love that for you. Also, Delusional Baddie dropped a
Thank you.
$5 donation from Ohio. Um,
Ohio with a heart, lots of hearts. I've
love
been wearing
it.
my heart today.
Got the hearts. Mine's in here. And then Pandora draws with the $5 donation as well. Happy that you're having a smooth recovery. Love watching your videos so much. I watch them all the time. Both of you guys are amazing. You guys are the best.
Thank
We
you.
love
And
you.
so many people here to support us today, which is just amazing. We are definitely going to go into like more spooky stories and things like that. But yeah, like I just the main thing that I want to get forward before we go too far into the episode is if you are experiencing something like with your heart, if you have been suggested like by a cardiologist to maybe possibly get an ablation, just get it done. Honestly, like it's so relieving afterwards, like to be like, well, that was like nothing. That was literally a walk in the park.
It
um
was no big deal.
It was no big deal, and
It really wasn't.
I'll tell you what happened. It was morning off, and, I go into, like, the little room that I'm in, get changed in my gown and stuff like that, and I'm laying on the bed, and I'm getting really nervous, and I'm starting to get some anxiety, and I just said, like, "Nana, if you're here with me, like, give me a sign," and I never asked for anything from her, like, but the only reason I'd done that was a few weeks ago, I went on a cruise to Alaska, and I know a lot of people are probably like, "Jade, what are you doing on a Alaskan cruise when you were, like, struggling?" And, I canceled everything, all my other plans, everything, apart from the cruise, and reason being was they were only gonna refund 25%, and that was very expensive, and a lot of my family and friends actually paid for it, through our wedding, because it was my honeymoon, so it was paid for, right? So
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm gonna have to go on this cruise." Well, the morning of the cruise, of course, it's a dramatic mess, right? So I'm like crying and all this stuff, and I'm like, I'm just so scared that something's gonna happen with my heart when I'm on this cruise, and I'm gonna have to get airlifted in Alaska, and there's no hospitals around. I'm gonna die flying through the air, like crossing the ocean from a helicopter. And everything was just, it was bad. Um, so that day I was like, I don't know why. First time I ever done this. Nana, give me a sign that you're here with me. Please just give me a sign that you're going to be on this cruise with me and make sure that I'm okay. When we got to our room on the cruise, Mike instantly goes over and goes, "Oh, look, they left something here," and picks up a Canadian dime. He's like, "A Canadian dime." And I was like, "Oh, I've never seen one of those before. Let's have a look." And I look at it, I flip it over, and there's a picture of Queen Elizabeth II on it. I was like, is that the sign? Because I used to call my nana, oh, everyone in the family called her Queenie, right? Because she looked like Queen Elizabeth.
Love that
And
for
she
her.
always waved like Queen Elizabeth, right? So I was like, Nana, you're going to have to give me a bigger sign than that. I don't know if I can take this Canadian dime as a sign. And just as I said that, the big horn started sounding on the ship, and it was playing like a tune. And I go out on the balcony, and my neighbor on the other side, like, comes around the balcony, and she's like, "Oh, it's the Love Boat." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "It's the Love Boat. They're playing the Love Boat." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's like the Love Boat song that they're playing." And me and my nana used to watch the Love Boat all the time together. Like, that was our show. And I was like, "That's so weird." I never knew that, like, Princess Cruises, like, well, the Love Boat was filmed on a Princess Cruise and all this stuff. It was the timing, it was weird. So I thought, I'm gonna do it again, right? Like, a couple of weeks after, now I'm in the hospital room, about to go in for this procedure. And I said, Nana, if you're here, please give me a sign. And it was about 2 minutes past, and there were like gloves that were in like those like latex gloves in the boxes on the wall. And all of a sudden, one glove just flew out of the box and landed right at the foot of the bed. And I looked at Mike because none of the nurses had came in or anything like that to like use any gloves or anything like that. And he was the only one in the room with me. I'd just gotten changed, and I just looked at him and I was like, that's weird. Because I just asked my Nana that. Like, oh, it was really, really, it was cool. It was really, really cool. And yeah, again, like she's never came forward other than the Mackie Mansion episode. That was the only time she ever came forward, like fully. And that's, I never ask anything of her, but those 2 times I was really struggling this past month, and that's when she came forward. So really, really cool. That's my experience. And yeah.
I think that she has come forward. I just don't think that you've recognized it.
That's probably a big part as well. Yeah.
Just saying.
And then
this one, it was like, you're gonna notice this.
Yeah.
Before you go under.
It was almost like the coin was cool, the blowhorn was cool, but like Manana was like, there's nothing I can really use around here.
A fucking glove, let's go.
She loved gloves. She fucking loved gloves. She was always wearing
purple latex gloves were her favorite. Stop. I can't.
No, sometimes I'll listen to myself talk and I'm like, you sound like a crazy person right now.
No,
but
that's, yeah, man.
That's what got me through it. And then the last thing that I want to talk about, it was the actual procedure itself, which was a whole thing, right? So they wheeled me into the actual like operating room. Really weird. Never seen inside one of those before. And then they put me on the table and they turned the lights off, and there's just this one big light in front of me. And the guys, they put the oxygen on, and the guy's like, this isn't a paranormal story, by the way, just so you guys know. He puts the oxygen on. He was like, okay, you're going to start feeling sleepy in a couple of minutes. I'm like, okay. And I'm really worried, I'm really worried. I don't do drugs. Even if I smoke a joint, like that is done. Like I just can't,
Yeah.
So I was worried about taking these drugs because I wasn't fully out. Anyway, so I'm like, close my eyes, and I'm like, okay. And I'm just close my eyes, and I'm trying to just be like, Nana, Granddad, if you're here, just watch over me. Just make sure this is all okay. And I'm just like waiting. And it's been a couple minutes, and I'm thinking, like, it's been a couple minutes already, and they're like, they haven't started. Like, maybe I was fully conscious, by the way. So I'm going, maybe I should like move a little bit so they know that I'm still awake, and like maybe give me more drugs or something like that. And so like I move a little bit, and I'm just like waiting there, and I'm waiting there. And then I like open my eyes like slightly, and I can see there's like a nurse or somebody like to the right of me. And I'm like, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. And completely ignores me, right? Have I told you this story, Mandy?
Yeah, it's just so funny though.
I go, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. And just completely ignored me. And I remember thinking, it's kind of rude to feel like she was right there. She must have heard me, right? So I just like, whatever, like I'll give her a few minutes. She's busy, clearly. I'll just close my eyes and I'll try and get her again. And then I started feeling my heart racing. Like it was definitely an SVT. It was definitely started because they had to electric shock the heart, right? And then I'm thinking, oh my God, that's my heart racing. Like they've already started. That's crazy. Like I didn't even feel anything. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's good. That's a good sign that it's going, because that means that they can start working on it now. And then I'm like, okay, now just relax. And then I like open my eye a little bit, and I don't know why I kept on trying to get her attention, because I don't know what I was trying to ask her, right? And I was like, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me. And she was like ignoring me again. Again, I don't even know if this was a woman. I think it was my electrophysiologist. We
don't even know if this is real, honestly. And then
she was ignoring me, and I was like, oh, God, it's like ignoring me again. I closed my eyes and I was like, I guess I'll just get her in another minute. And the next thing I know, the lights turn on and they're like, okay, you're all good. And then they're like, transfer. And I remember like opening my eyes and going, did that was it? Like, did it work? And they're like, yep. And I was like, how long was that? And they were like, an hour. And I was like, what? Because it didn't feel like I was out at all, right? It felt
Yeah.
like I like honestly just lay out of bed and then just lay there, thought, a couple of things for a second, and then just got up and that was it. And and then so what happened when the therapist came to you?
He was coming out to go to the cafeteria and get something to drink.
A little snack, a little Dutch pepper.
Little drink. It was so crazy because like we were just all chilling out in the cafeteria, and it hadn't even been that long. And yeah, he just walked in. He's like, "Hey guys," we're like, "Oh, hi, you live? What's going on?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna grab a drink," but she did great. And it was like the most chillest fucking like relay of news ever.
Yeah.
And Karen was just like, "Oh my God, I got to sit and watch the whole thing and it was so cool." And I was like, this is what is happening. But yeah, he's like, "Yeah, she did great. She could play pickleball tomorrow if she wanted to. She could fly on Monday if she wanted to." And was just so just like straightforward, but that it was successful and, very good news. And he found, the problem real quick and all of that. So, yeah, and then not even that, we're like, okay, she's gonna take some time to wake up. And I swear to God, it was only like 10 minutes and you called and you're like, "I'm awake."
Yeah. No, literally, it happened, and then they were just like, "Okay, like let's get you onto the bed," and then I had to lay down flat
Time
for
to
like
go. It's
hours.
Memorial Day weekend. Okay.
Let's wrap this up. But they
on.
did say to you guys that I needed a lot of medication to like knock me out. So I'm
Yeah, they did
thinking
tell.
this 5 minutes of me being conscious, me thinking that it was only 5 minutes was actually only 5 minutes of me being conscious. So I
You
must have
got
been like,
like a
"Hey,
double
ma'am."
dose of it was a fentanyl midazolam combo. You got like a double
It
dose of
was.
each because you wouldn't go under. And that was the first thing I asked him. I was like, or I asked Karen, I was like, "How long did it take her to go under?" And she's like, "It took a while."
Yeah. Karen
She
was the
was
one
fighting
that
it.
essentially that was the first time I was meeting her, but she was the one that hooked me up with the team of doctors and stuff like that. And she was the one that referred me over to the electrotherapist and all that kind of stuff. So she was a big help. I didn't realize that she was going to be in there with me, but she was. Oh, I also remember this is maybe a little bit TMI, but I don't think I told you this. I do also remember like looking down and they had like exposed me. And because this is what I didn't like was like the table was like, so say the table was like here, there was like a big glass wall, and that's where like all the doctors were, and they had like their computers, but they were all facing like looking right into it, you know? I'm sure they weren't, but that's what it felt like. And they like lifted my gown. And I like looked down, and then they put like just looked like a blue strip, like a tie almost, like like a fancy tie. It looked like that, and they just like placed it over. So I was like, well, that's nice at least that they actually cover it, because I always thought that it's just like out there for everyone to see, because they needed to get the catheter up there and stuff.
So
But
funny. So
yeah,
funny. Just your hoo-ha exposed to the most educated people in the world.
lucky them,
Fuck
lucky
yeah.
them.
Go.
And I'm paying them. They should be paying me.
Turn this around. Gerardo wants to know if that "excuse me, ma'am" actually happened. We never asked. You should have asked.
Well, we could ask Karen. Like,
should ask Karen.
maybe, yeah, I'll reach out to Karen and I'll ask her what was I
Was
like.
Jade just actively trying to talk to people the whole time?
Imagine if it was a freaking spirit. Dude, imagine if it was. And I'm like, excuse me? Oh, that's so creepy.
Imagine you never actually asked anything and you're just like the whole time.
I was
So
so
cool.
conscious though. Like in my brain, I was fully aware. I was talking to my inner monologue was still playing. And that's why we have you shave. So Kathy was there as well. So Kathy is a viewer of Ghost Club, has been
Yay.
for a very long time. I'm sure if you guys are in our live streams, you know, she's here on every single live stream as well. And I had a really, really bad time with cardiologists and trying to get an actual, like, I was being dismissed left, right, and center. This has been going on for years. It's all recorded, all this stuff. Why weren't they taking me seriously? Why weren't they giving me this procedure? It was horrible. Anyway, Kathy was the one that knew Karen, reached out to Karen, and was able, that's how all of this was possible. And it was like, it only took one appointment with the cardiologist, one appointment with the electrophysiologist, and then it was my ablation. And they put me on that urgent list, and they were like, she needs this now, and made it happen, you know. So super, super thankful for Kathy and Karen. Just everybody being there for me was like really, really special. And what really sucked though, like, was the woman that went in after me, like her ablation was unsuccessful. So, you know, it really, really, it was tough. Like, it really kind of hit home, like when we're all celebrating in my room and then she gets rolled out and then it's like, it was unsuccessful. And it's like, wow, like that would have sucked to have everybody there and everyone traveled so far to like come out for the ablation. And but
not have it work. But it was great. So thank you, Kathy. We love you.
Thank you.
And you know, it's hard. Somebody said doctors treat women like crap. They always tell us it's anxiety or lose weight, etc. It's tough out there. Obviously not all doctors. I know some really, I mean, Dr. Salazar was phenomenal, like
so good,
so freaking good, so nice, so caring. There's a lot of really good doctors, but it's just unfortunate because there's so many that just, you can tell that was not their that was not what they wanted to match with. Let's just put it that way. It's a bummer.
So
but sure, you know, we're getting you fixed.
And we have an investigation on Friday. We do. So like literally I had, what is that? A week, and I'm already investigating.
Look at that.
To the day.
Love
so
it.
something's happening, something's working.
Love
so
it.
now and then we can, you know, get the UK trip planned again, and because we had to cancel all that and that sucked. So you guys are gonna, you know, see a lot more content from us from this point forward. And again, just thank God I was able to be put on that urgent list because it usually takes over 6 months to get an appointment with him. So it's just wild. And I know, Mandy, you've been going through a lot of health stuff as well, and things are getting expedited for you as well. And we've talked about this and we're like, how is this happening? Like, this must be building up to something really big. There must be a reason why the universe needs us fixed right now, because I feel like something big's about to happen and things are happening.
Dude, I had a weird fucking experience today. So, you know, I told you like this weekend. So long story short, there's a lot of shit going on with me. But one of the things is that my tooth, we don't know if we need to pull it yet or not. It's not feeling great. It's not looking too hot. What's that?
The front one.
My God, no, not my front one. My front tooth is fake.
Can you pull it out?
No.
Oh, that would be cool.
I never want it to come out. I've seen it out one time, and it was like just this little skinny stick. So weird. And I took a picture and I sent it to my mom. And was like, look at me. I like no teeth.
I was like, dang, if it was one that you could pull out, like the next time we went to Virginia City to do an investigation.
No, so that's what so if I have to lose this tooth, which I'm totally fine with, I've accepted it, my back tooth, I want to get one of those fake ones so I can just pop it in and out. What
if it gets stuck though when you're trying to chow down on something?
You take it out when you chew and then you put it in when you're done chewing.
Oh my gosh. Gonna have to have a little glass next to your bed at night as well. Pop it in.
Pop it in. Keep it safe.
Sorry, continue.
No, that's okay. So, I mean, listen, we're getting everything together. I got celiac disease, totally fine. I'm learning how to be gluten-free, and I'm actually feeling better. Like, I'm starting to actually feel like I haven't had nearly as many stomach issues, which is amazing. We're working through some other things, totally good there. We're figuring it out. But this fucking Oh, yeah. And I see my interstitial cystitis, which is a nightmare, but my flare-ups have calmed down and I'm feeling pretty good right now. So I'm like, yes, but my tooth, man, my fucking tooth. So anywho, this weekend I was like, this tooth's gotta go. It's gotta go. So this morning, I was like, Dr. Chitra, my dentist, I was like, I have a personal number. I get to this point with my doctors that I have all their numbers. I was texting her and I was like, listen, tooth's got to go. When can I come in? When can let's start planning, pulling it. And I shit you not, I went to go eat lunch today. Fine.
Fine.
I haven't had any pain today in the tooth.
Wow.
I chewed on it today twice.
But you know what though? You know that it's going to come back though.
I know. So I was like, interesting. Sus. So, I mean, I was like, fuck. And she was supposed to call me today. She didn't. Rude. But I'm waiting for her to call me. And it was just weird how like the minute that I was like, all right, let's pull it. They were like, my tooth's like, nah, I'm good. I'm fine. What are you talking about? So anyways, I don't know what that means, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a couple of days. I'm going to give it the rest of this week.
Yeah.
Give it the rest of this week. And then we'll go from there. But fuck, I was just like, okay, well, let's investigate Friday.
I love that.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm glad that I hope it doesn't flare up on Friday. That's for sure.
Honestly, it only flares, like it's pretty much okay, except for when I'm actively chewing.
Yeah.
Like otherwise it's just like, it feels like my nerve pain because I have facial nerve pain and I'm like, this is normal. But yeah, if not, I'll pull it.
I was going to say that happened to me once on an investigation. This is a very old episode, guys, but back when we done what's that one? The one in Lake Arrowhead. The one that you've done it. Brackenford. Yes. I didn't do it with Mandy, but we have done that separately. Yes. But when I was at Brackenford Manor with Sam, the medium, we were there and I started getting a toothache. Obviously, I never put this in the episode or that, but that entire episode, I had the worst toothache and I had to keep on putting like that cream on it, like that numbing cream on it.
Oh, like the Oragel?
Yeah, and I remember like everyone like ordered pizza and I took like one bite and I was like, nope, I'm just not eating. Like I cannot eat. And the next morning, I think I left at like 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And I booked him for an emergency appointment, filmed the episode, had an emergency appointment at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And I left at like 5 and they just pulled my tooth out. Like I was like, just take it out. It was so bad. And I had to get another, a root canal on the other one and a couple of crowns and stuff like that. So kind of crazy, but there's nothing worse than having to work. I mean, this is literally goes for any job, any person, like just doing anything with tooth pain is no.
Yeah, like I was like, you know what? Even the interstitial cystitis, like as well, I can't, that's just as bad. Like that sucks. But it's been fine. But tooth pain, man, that is like, that ain't it. That ain't it. And like, it's a fucking nightmare. And my teeth have just been, they look great, but they're the worst. They're the worst. And yeah, so, we'll see. I'm still probably going to pull it just because it's going to go at some point. So
they're all going to go at some point,
especially my bottom ones, because most of them, they're all root canals and crowns, so they're all going to go. Those apparently only last like 8 to 10 years, which I just found out, so that's cool. But you know what, it's okay. I'll just pull them all and have like, I don't know, I don't want to do implants. I kind of just want to do some fun shit, do some dentures, maybe some gold teeth. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. Like, let's have fun.
You should get little EMF lights on your teeth. Like
make them light up. You get too close to me, they start going. They like light up.
Love that idea.
I want some grills.
I was just gonna say, we are going to. I think we should open up in like another like 30 minutes or so. I think I want to open up the haunt line. again, and I'll put the number up, but I really want to open it up for people who have had paranormal experiences in hospitals, whether that's you worked at a hospital, or you were just in hospital for whatever reason and you had a weird experience. I think that that would be really fun because I know so many nurses who have insane stories. Do you have any weird stories about hospitals, Mandy?
Yeah. Well, what I mean, my work is haunted.
Oh, that's a veterinary hospital, yeah.
That's a veterinary hospital, and it's haunted by people.
You had any like weird experiences? Saw
Oh
anybody
yeah.
there?
Oh yeah. So this happens a lot. I've had a lot of experiences where well, me as a medium personally, I've had a lot of experiences with seeing spirits throughout the hospital and things like that. But for a while there, our hospital, okay, so like long story short, we have a CT machine in our hospital. The CT machine is a CT scanner from a completely different hospital, a human CT scanner that because I mean you use them for they're versatile. You can use it for pets or humans. And it came from San Francisco, but apparently somebody had died in the scanner, like they literally passed away on the table while getting a CT scan. The whole thing. Anyways, so they put that machine in our building. And when we got that machine, it was like everything totally like changed in the hospital. And we started having all of these things happen. And I'm talking like many of us were seeing like scissors would literally just like fly off the table, literally fly off the table. I remember my doctor, who's a major skeptic, was like, "Did you fucking see that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. Welcome to our haunted hospital." Things would go like things would be moved, things would like literally move in front of people. And then the biggest one is that we have like night vision cameras in the radiation department because you can't be in there when pets are getting radiated, so we have to have cameras on, and like the lights go off and things like that. It's a whole thing. And like you will see some shit on those cameras while the pets are in there. Like we've seen people that aren't in there on the cameras and stuff like that. I wish they recorded
Dang.
to the point where we actually open up the door because it looks like somebody's in there and there's nobody in there. I've done a couple like mini investigations near our CT scanner. We've gotten a couple voices on digital recorder in the room as well. But yeah, just like the most random shit.
What was that? I remember like a while. I didn't know about that with the CT scanner, but I do remember like you had a machine that a word popped up on it. And it was after one of our investigations. I can't remember what one it was, but like a word. Do you remember you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was like, it's almost like too, which everybody hates, but whenever, sometimes we have these investigations and it's almost like for some reason the spirits go to my job.
They follow
And
you,
then
yeah.
they follow me there.
And then they use all the electricity from all the machines to communicate with you.
No, because the CT, like the machinery for the CT, not so much the RT machine, but the CT has to stay, it stays on 24/7. So it's constantly going. And that's where the bulk of our activity is in there. And I think it's just because it's such a, like, you just walk in and it's like, and then it's like every time we investigate, something happens there. People have heard my name be called out because my desk literally is in front of the CT machine. I like live in the CT room, and a couple of people who they're not like, these aren't people that totally believe, like are hearing like my name being called out, and they're the only person because it's like 8:00 at night and everybody's left, so like things like that. But that's pretty much kind of the bulk of it. We do have spirit animals that run around from time to time, but animals get picked up pretty quick. They don't stay too long. It's kind of a thing on the other side. But yeah, so it's fun. I like it.
Do you think that we'll be able to investigate your work one day?
So listen, okay. So I haven't asked recently, but I did ask at one point, and I was told yes, as long as we could be out before the alarm goes off at midnight, we can investigate there. And I don't because once
You're
the
like,
alarm
that's not
kicks off,
possible. We are
yeah,
always late.
I know. I was like, that's kind of calling it close. So I said, well, can you give me like that key fob thing so that way I could like when the alarm goes off, just pop it off. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I'll trust you. I'll trust that you're working on it right now.
I'm working on it.
Did we cover this one here?
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, $2 donation. Thank you so much. Instead of Taco Tuesday, it's Clove Tuesday.
I think we meant to say Glove Tuesday. Maybe. Either way, I love it.
Either way, we love it.
We
for
love
sure.
it.
Thank you so much for your donations, guys. They really mean a lot to us. Ah. Sorry, I'm just getting caught up with some of the comments just now. I have some weird stories of the
Okay.
hospital. They're not so much of like, well, I have some weird experiences in hospitals, like waking up during surgery and stuff like that.
Yes.
Or when the fire alarm went off during surgery. My gosh. One thing that I kept on telling myself during this one was like, this is the first time I've ever had like anything like this kind of procedure done in the US. And all I kept on thinking about was, what if there's an earthquake? What if there's an earthquake?
Like the least problematic thing.
But to be fair though, it's like, I don't know. I don't think that like they're really using like super sharp tools in there or anything like that. But anyway.
Most of those buildings are built on like rollers.
Rollers, yeah.
Mhm.
So just be rolling with it. I'm like,
Just
excuse me,
rolling with
ma'am.
it. Don't worry, your surgery table's locked. Everybody's going together. Yeah,
I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, why am I rolling?
She's like, shut the fuck up.
You just sorry, I'm just reading the comments here. Desley, you didn't miss too much. We did talk about the heart procedure. That's pretty much all. And then Mandy's teeth issues. Got a lot of issues going on right now.
I wanted to tell everyone about me getting stuck in a clock.
Oh yes, you should.
Can I please share?
Yeah.
Just because I feel like everyone needs to hear this, even though it's really not that important. But I woke up during surgery one time and I had the craziest experience. I was 5 and I was getting my adenoids removed because I couldn't breathe. And I went under anesthesia and I was stuck in a clock. And it was one of those like clocks where you guys know what clocks I'm talking about, where it's like this, it's like, your big standard like grandfather clock, but like part of it is like the sun daytime and then the moon. So it was like the sun at the top and the moon at the bottom. And it had like all this like weird, like Alice in Wonderland things going on, but I was stuck inside the clock. Okay. I was inside of it. So I was at 12, I was at noon and I was like, I'm gonna get out of here. And so I'm like trying to run to 1 and I'm trying to run to 2 and then like Cheshire the cat is there at 3 and I was like, and I'm like trying to get out and I'm like banging on the glass. I'm like, I can't get out of this clock. Like I'm stuck in this clock. And then I finally get to 6 and I'm like freaking out and I'm like, let me out of this clock. And all these things are going on. And then I woke up and I had things in my mouth and my nose and there were doctors and stuff. And all I just hear is like, she's waking up. And I was like, oh.
Oh man.
And then all of a sudden I was like, oh. And then I was awake for like 3 seconds and then back out. Thankfully I didn't go back into the clock, which would have been a fucking nightmare.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
I woke up from surgery and I was in my little bed with my stuffed animal and my mom and my dad came over. And I was like, Mom, Dad, I was stuck in a clock. I was in a clock. And I was in a clock and I woke up and everybody was yelling because I woke up during surgery. And my parents were like, you didn't wake up during surgery, honey. Like you didn't. And I was like, no, I woke up during surgery. Nobody believed me. And till this day, I don't think anyone believed me that I woke up during surgery. And I don't think the doctors told anybody that I woke up during surgery either. Those little fuckers. I honestly, if it happened, I probably wouldn't tell anyone to. But
it sounds like it was traumatizing because it stuck with you for so long.
I'll never forget it. And then fast forward 20,000 years and I go to my cousin's house, my mom's cousin's house, and she's got all this shit right everywhere because she's kind of hoarder. Anyways, And lo and behold, I look over. It's my first time at her new house, and there's this fucking clock. And you guys, I shit, it's the same clock. It's the same fucking clock that I was trapped in. It's got the
So
sun,
weird.
the moon, the fucking weird Alice in Wonderland shit going on. It was the same clock, and I was like, oh, and I was re-traumatized all over again. End of story. Thank you for being
Didn't you
here.
say that your mom has like a ton of clocks in her house too? A little bit random, a little bit off
She
topic, but
does. She's obsessed.
with like Hugo clocks and they all go off at the same time. That's insane, Mandy.
We have 4 clocks that go off all at the same time, but one plays music while the other ones just do like different types of bell noises.
Yeah.
But the one with the music is a really expensive one that she bought herself for her birthday, and like where the dancers come out and they like spin around.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's like Hansel and Gretel just fucking da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. So anyway,
Because Hansel and Gretel like dabbing. Love it. Gregory, thank you so
Gregory.
much. Gregory is
Let's
donating
go.
$20 whole for Mandy's Grill Fund. Nice.
Yes, let's
Oh my gosh.
go.
And also, Elena, thank you. So I can pay to get a spot on the phone. Lol, love you too. Elena,
we're only going to answer your call.
I'll be popping up the number soon and I'll be opening that up in the next like 15 minutes. But that's like, I love hearing everybody's stories. Their surgery stories as well. I've only woken up once and I think I was like 16. I was having a surgery done and nothing crazy, but I just remember them like pulling like a tube out of my mouth and I was like throwing up and I was like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what's happening? And I said, what's happening? And they were like, oh, you're just throwing up. You're okay. Just go back to sleep. And I was like, oh, okay. But I remember that like waking and like, that's weird. And then another time I was having a surgery. I've had a lot of surgeries. I'm like the problem child in my family. Like, you know how there's like sometimes there's like a like one sibling who just takes all like
Yes.
the health
Yes.
issues and all that. That's me. I was in surgery once and I remember waking up and I said to my mom, I was just like thinking, I was like, how weird would it be if the fire alarm started going off? Like, what would they do if you were in the middle of surgery? And she was like, Jade, that's so weird. Like the fire alarm did go off when you were in surgery. So yeah, crazy. Oh my God, another donation for your grill. I think we have to get it done, Mandy.
Sorry, this is going towards my grill, not ghost hunting. I'm just kidding.
Speaking of my mom, I want to tell the story, right? And I need everyone to listen up right now because I'm going to hold my sister to this. Okay. I messaged her today because I was like asking her for a very specific photo, and I'll get to that in a second, right?
Okay.
I was talking to her about this like a few months back, and she said that she has this specific photo that I want to show you guys, but it's in her attic right now. So she needs to like, I was like, that's fine. Like, I'll just do it on the next live stream. I'm going to show this photo and what this photo is so when my sister, I have an older sister, she's 5 years older than me. When she was given birth to her first son, she had in the birthing room, my mom and her best friend, right? Like my sister's best friend was there. And my sister's best friend was taking photos as the whole like birthing process was happening and stuff like that. And my mom she is the biggest chicken. She doesn't, my mom's a chicken. And, she doesn't even watch Ghost Club. She is so scared of anything. Like she wouldn't even watch this live stream probably because of that guy in the background. So like just freaks her out. She's like, nope, don't want it. She's
Dave?
had like, that's just Dave. It's just Dave.
Dave. What are you talking about?
And she's actually scared of butterflies. She's scared of birds. Like she does not watch horror movies. Not like never catch. You would never catch her in a million years, right? So naturally, she's very like squeamish, right? She doesn't like blood. She doesn't like anything. Nothing of the sorts. And so after my sister gave birth and she got the photos developed, she said to my mom, "I didn't realize that you cut Tyler's cord. That's her son, right?" And my mom was like, I never cut a cord.
Oh yeah.
And my mom was, and my sister was like, you you did cut the cord. And like, there's a photo of you cutting the cord. And she's like, Nicole, I did not cut any cord. Do you she was like, I wouldn't even cut my own kids' cords. Like, you really think I'm going to go near like somebody else's cord? Like, she was like, no, that never
Yeah.
happened. So my sister asked her friend, and she was like, did you see my mom actually cutting the cord? And her friend went, no, your mom never cut the cord. And she was like, then who cut the cord? She's like, I can't remember actually at all, like that moment. Nobody could remember this moment of who cut the cord. But there is a picture, very, very, very clear picture of my mom, like over the bed. And my mom, by the way, guys, she has naturally poker black straight hair. And everybody used to call her the witch, right? Because she just looks like she's got that very like long, like kind of grudge hair.
Yeah.
And she is like over, and she's like very thin as well. So she's like literally over my sister. She has the scissors in one hand, she has the tongs in the other. She is cutting that cord, and her eyes are like hairs like in front of her face, and her eyes are like rolled back into her head. And it is so demonic looking. It is so scary. And my mom got like copies of all the photos. And when she saw that photo, she burnt it. She actually burnt it. Like, that is how freaked out she was over that. And it legit looks like my mom was possessed and cutting that cord. And we've never seen it since. So it's been years, right? Because now Tyler's like 18. So it's been years. And Nicole's like, I still have the photo. I'm like, get it out. Like, I need to show this on the podcast. So obviously it was really late when I asked her tonight.
Fuck off. That's nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I wanna show everybody the picture though. And I'm sure like my mom's never gonna see this because she never watches it.
I want to see it too. That is not
Guess who just
okay.
messaged me?
Your mom.
No.
Oh.
Ricky Rocket, the drummer of Poison.
What's up, Ricky? What's he doing? What's he want to do?
That's literally my biggest flex ever.
See, let's go.
Oh, he's just asking if I was okay. If I'm okay.
Oh my god! You know, we should investigate with him.
I know. I
What are we
like
doing?
every time, like I have an episode out before Mandy joined Ghost Club, and we're investigating with Ricky Rocket because he loves the paranormal. He has.
Don't say that because it makes it sound like it's because I'm here.
No, it's not. He's obviously a busy guy. He was just on tour and stuff like that. So, but what's really cool is when he's on tour with Poison, he's also got a YouTube channel. It's called Legend Trippin', and he, like, when everybody's doing their thing, he just goes out and makes YouTube videos and does all like this urbex stuff and all that. But he is a little partial to the paranormal. So, yeah. I feel like we should do something with him soon.
I think we should too. I think that would be fun.
And how do I know him, Tyler? I just from ghost hunting.
He's in the field, paranormal field, randomly.
He hangs out with the like guys from Ghost Hunters as well. But yeah,
love that.
Fun times. But every single time he texts me, I always say to Mike, who's like my husband, who's like the most like how would you describe Mike?
Just like a genuine nice guy.
Just like a nice, very genuine, very just sticks to himself and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Ricky Rocket just messaged me. It's the biggest flex I have. Anyway.
Don't worry about it, babe. Just Ricky Rocket.
Exactly. Speaking of famous people, and our mingling of famous people, apparently I have a feeling that we're going to become friends with Holly Madison like really fast.
Listen, we're getting there. We should invite her to investigate with us.
I think so. I think I want to invite Bridget. I want to become best friends with Bridget. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Playboy franchise. Girls Next Door was like my favorite show when I was younger.
Fuck
Watched
yeah.
it when I was a wee Scottish lass.
Ah,
I would watch Girls Next Door and just dream of coming to Los Angeles to live my best Girls Next Door life.
yeah.
So it's just funny that they both fell into like ghost hunting and things like that as well. I think that that's really cool. So
Yeah. I mean, Elsie's friends with Bridget. We're almost friends with Holly. We could just all get together.
oh my god, I just got a text
From Holly.
from Holly Madison.
Holly, we love you.
Oh
Who's it for?
no, it's from Sam. Just as
Oh.
important.
Oh.
What's
We
Sam
love you,
saying? Sam says Holly and I are mutuals now. I can make this happen. No, seriously, like Samantha, the medium, she who everybody knows as she's been on our episodes before and things like that. But and we're collaborating with her on Friday as well. So
Mhm.
she'll be on the next one of the upcoming episodes. But yeah, her and Holly have been talking. There obviously there's been a lot of drama with Zach Baggins and the cheating whole scandal, and Lindsay being
Wild.
part of that, our friend Lindsay, and coming out. And I just want to say, like, I don't want to talk too much on it because it's obviously like not really like our business to like talk
Yeah.
about or anything. But Lindsay told us a lot of this stuff way before it ever came public. So
Mhm.
like Mandy and I have known about this for a long time, and it's like just crazy that it's all coming out. And it's like, oh, like now I can only imagine how Holly feels like actually getting all of these stories and just how relieved she must feel, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's so sad. It's so sad.
yeah. Yeah.
So we should make her feel better. And we should, and obviously Lindsay, because they're friends. So we would have to,
Yeah.
we should all go swimming. We should just go do something fun.
Who would think that the Zach Baggins fiasco would bring all of us together?
I love it. I love it. It's good for
Yeah.
something. Love it.
I'll tell you who deserves more limelight in this world than Zach.
Who?
That's Ricky Rocket. He's such a cool guy, Mandy. Ricky fucking Rocket.
Okay.
Give him a TV show, okay?
Give that man a show. And let us come on it.
Yes. I'll be
Please.
there.
Please.
Help.
I'm stuck.
Tyler's asking, he said, Paranormal Quest collabed with Seg. Would y'all? I don't know. I feel like maybe if he reached out, if he was back in this end again and stuff like that, but I've not talked to Seg for a little bit.
Yeah.
But nothing against him or even Paranormal Quest. Have we
Yeah.
watched Paranormal Quest?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're just like just like a paranormal YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit more traditional with like their style.
Were they the ones that we watched that caught the door opening and then it was like then they it
With
was like
Dawson?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about. Those were the guys that forced us to get, I mean, for me anyway, I watched one of their episodes and I saw that they were using mics and how crisp it sounded. And I was like, I think we need to get mics.
think we need mics.
And they were behind that.
Yeah. No, they're cool. I think it would be nice. I think it seems like it's super easy to just collab with anybody in this world, but it's not.
It's difficult, man. It is.
It's difficult, you know. You gotta it's tricky.
We get that this is definitely the one that we get the most. So many people ask us to collaborate with Twin Paranormal. And even though like one of our good friends dates River, like we've never actually met him. Like everyone's so busy and doing their own thing and they're always flying and Barrier Beyond's always on the go and we're always on the go. And yeah, I don't even know. Do Twin Paranormal even like collaborate with people? I feel like they
Not
don't.
really. No.
There's already like 3 of them on the team, so it's any more than that, it can get a bit.
I
bit
mean,
crazy.
the amount of times that we've talked about collabing with Haunted Nights this year alone, and we still haven't done it.
I know.
You know, so it's just how it goes. Like
Who do you?
hard.
I'm curious who everybody wants us to collaborate with, though. Maybe we can just like shout it out right here, and then people can like tag them or something and be like, at this time, they said they wanted to collab. Any collabs lined up? Well, not so much from like not anybody that we've like not collaborated with before.
Yeah.
But I really, really, really want to collaborate with more people. I want to make like more friends within the community. And I just feel like the past couple of 3 months, I would say, obviously I've pushed everything back and you've still been going out and doing things and collaborating with people and stuff like that and getting your fix of the paranormal.
Yeah.
And I just been left behind.
I just said bye.
Yeah,
Nah,
pretty much.
it's more of like just me doing more mediumship and less investigating lately, which has
Mm,
been it's been cool just kind of focusing on that a little bit and just building that a little bit more. Because I don't get to do that to because like as an investigator and a medium, like with Ghost Club, you got to balance the two, right? But
mhm.
when you just show up on someone else's channel and you just get to play medium, it's like I don't have to do anything. I just show up here and just like I feel this. I feel this.
Yeah, that's
Just
not
let them
bad.
take over my body. So yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool just kind of like seeing how other people work and getting to do all that. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it.
Well, if there's any a time that you just feel like you need to let go during an investigation, maybe on Friday,
Ah,
you just do it, girl, okay? We got you.
yeah, that's it was so I did an overnight with Ghostcraft Coven this weekend on Sunday, and I got to do my trance mediumship, which I don't do very much of. Just I mean, to be honest, it's like some locations call for it, some don't. It's just how it is. But this one was really like this, it's happening. Whether you want it to happen or not, it's happening. So
Yeah.
we just said, you know what, let's just do it. And I got to just for I don't even know how long I was under, like at least 45 minutes. I mean, I was just gone. And I really want to show that side more because, it is something that's a little bit trickier to share with people because people are either going to believe you or they're not. Right.
Yeah.
Trans medium is basically full. It's not channel. It's like, it's a completely different type of channeling. It is full channeling. Like I am stepping out, spirit stepping in my body and doing things in my body and talking through me and things like that. Um, and that's a tricky one to share with people because again, unless you know people trust you or you're getting some sort of validation with what's coming through, I don't know, it's hard. But I really want to share that more.
But when you done trance that one time, it's an older episode, but this is what I really like to kind of like when you talk about your trance mediumship. When we went to Bethany's Home Sweet Haunted Home and you tranced Joe.
Mhm.
And you fully like this it was so quiet in that room. We had all the devices running in that room. No devices were going off. The second you started trancing this woman who we knew nothing about at the time, nothing. Even the owner didn't even know about this specific woman. And you tranced her and you were like, I drowned in the river right out back and all this stuff. All the devices started going off. Even
Yeah.
something fucking flew off of the wall. Like it was like a tin picture. Like I was freaked. I was 100% freaked because I'd never seen anything like this before in my
No,
life.
it's crazy.
Mhm.
It's wild, and I really do want to do more of it. I mean, the if I can continue to have validating experiences, because that's the biggest thing is I want validation for what I'm doing. I don't want to just leave you guys with something and it just be like I want shit to back it up, right? And that was something that happened at the Airbnb that we did, right, with the Joe thing. And then this
Mm,
just on Sunday when I did it, what I was saying and what was coming through me was coming up on the devices as well, like
mm.
word for word. So it was very like, yes, and like devices were going off to show like energy was within me. So I'm excited to kind of share that more and do that more, and make that more of a thing. I feel like I've been with Ghost Club long enough. I feel like we've have a, you know, solid fan support group here and solid people that follow us, and I feel like I can actually start comfortably sharing this side of me.
Yeah.
Um,
It's been like 2 years now.
yeah, so I now can start like sharing this in a way that people aren't gonna like. It's not gonna be completely out of the realm of, for them. I don't. So yeah,
Yeah, no, totally. When you first joined Ghost Club like a couple of years ago, it was very much like everything that you were doing was so new to me. And like even just me just working with you, like trying to wrap my head around things and how is this going to work for Ghost Club and things like that. And then my head was obviously with like, oh, is everybody else going to like this? The viewers
yeah.
at
Oh
the
yeah,
time,
fair.
are they going to understand this? And I just felt like I had to just like slowly like I love what you do, and I think like we have so much time to show all of this. This is kind
Yeah,
of like how I had this conversation with you, like so let's just kind of like slowly work into it.
yeah,
And then I think we just kind of got comfortable with just like not, you know what I mean? Like, it was like we just got comfortable to like, okay, they were both just kind of like investigating 50-50, and then there's like 10% mediumship or whatever.
yeah.
Well, like 50-40 10% mediumship. That's what it became. So, I mean, I'm so down. Like I've seen what you can do, and I think that it would be just so cool to even just leave you in a room for a while and just be like lock you in a room. Dude, we should just lock you in a room.
Lock me in a
Sorry.
room and no, and seriously, and instead of doing like an SE session, doing a trance session and just
Yeah.
start doing more of that. Because I feel like, and again, we've talked about this briefly. This is something that I have trained in. I spent a year training with a mentor specifically in trance. I spent a lot of money and time on this, and this is something that I do really enjoy doing. And I do feel now I'm like, you know what? I'm at a place now where if people talk shit on it, I'm good. Like I'm not
Like,
going to be hurting.
yeah.
And that's where I wanted to be, because if I'm not there and comfortable with it, I won't be able to handle that. But I'm at a place now where it doesn't. I'm like, that's fine. That's
People are
cool.
gonna talk shit anyway, because even if you
Exactly.
don't show your true potential because you're worried about people are gonna think that you're wacky or whatever, like,
Yeah.
then people are gonna be like, "She's not a real medium, like, what does she really do?" So it's
Exactly. So this
yeah.
is a completely, and this is something that's so, because me in trance, it is my most vulnerable fucking state. So I
Mhm.
needed to make sure that everybody's good with, not make sure, but I want to make sure I was good with this before we do that. So now I'm ready to do that. And I feel like we're there, and I'm excited to start sharing this side of me and do more of this, because I do feel like it's going to help our investigations as well, because um, the stuff that comes through, I mean, it's just cool.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be fun. I know I've been talking with Christy from All States Asylum. She always talked about, when you do trance next, when you do something like that, put a thermal camera on and let's see the energy.
Yeah.
Let's
She
see
has a
what
thermal
happens.
camera, right?
And I was like, that's so smart. So that way we can actually show people that there is actually a physiological thing happening. Like there is actual temperamental changes around me, within my body, things like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited to start. Jade and I were talking about this. This time has been so fucking weird with our health issues and like all of the stuff that we've been forced to focus on and everything. But at the same time, too, as shitty as it's been such a blessing, because I also feel like it's allowed us to move into a completely different headspace. Like I don't know, for me, things are changing, and I'm feeling like when you're limited to the point that you can't do the things that you love, it changes you. So now I'm like,
Yeah.
no, now we're doing it all, and I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck,
a
So
1000%.
we're doing it.
It has
So
been so hard for me to just lay about and do like nothing and like actually relax, because the last 5 years of my life has been like going out, traveling, ghost club, like, and then just the fact that I'm not even like working anymore and this is supposed to be my full-time job now, like
yeah.
not being able to actually like work and having like no income whatsoever come through has been so difficult. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm just ready to just give it 150%, even more than that, coming back in. And, I'm just, just really, really, really excited about what the future's, and we're already working on things that like we haven't shared yet. But I guess we
Yes.
can share that we're going to be back on Paranormal Caught on Camera for the
Yes.
3rd season in a row, and this time Mandy is actually in the interview.
I made it. I made it. I made it.
So that's exciting. We just interviewed for that, but they should be putting that out pretty soon. So again, we'll
Yeah.
update you guys when that comes out. And then we also have another project that we're working on that we can't talk about. But I mean, as soon as we can, we'll absolutely let you guys know. So things are happening, behind the scenes, things are happening, even if it seems like they're not. Yeah.
Oh, I have something I could talk about too.
Yes, go ahead.
I had two. It's not official yet, but I am working with April Nicole on a spiritual retreat. If anybody's interested in a spiritual retreat / also paranormal retreat at the Madonna Inn here in California. So I'll announce that when things get solidified. But
More
if
details, yeah.
yeah, more details. But if you are interested in a weekend away and want to work on your psychic abilities, medium abilities, just just practice and your intuition and all that stuff, and also maybe investigate the Madonna Inn, do that. I'll let you know. I'll give you the deets soon.
And is that
So,
supposed to be this year?
yes, we're shooting for November this year.
Gotcha.
Fingers
Cool.
crossed. So I'll let y'all know.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Oh, yes, I am going to Warped Tour. Sorry, I am going to Warped Tour, Long Beach.
And Mandy also got us tickets for the Youngblood concert in Hollywood, August 23rd. I don't know if it's 23rd.
No.
It's in August.
Yes, August 23rd.
And then the next day after, we are going, like, imagine if there's just like a hitman right now, just like writing all this down. Like, okay, Youngblood concert, Mandy going to Warped Tour.
Take them out at Youngblood concert.
And then on the 24th, we're going to the live This Paranormal Life. This is my favorite paranormal podcast. If you haven't listened to them, they're hilarious. Go ahead and check them out. It's a paranormal comedy podcast, and they go over spooky stories every week. They're doing a live. They're from the UK, so they're coming over. They're doing like a live on stage performance thing. So we got tickets for that on the 24th as well. So
hell yeah.
If you're going and if you bump into us, say hello. Don't threaten us. Just say hello.
Say hello. And maybe a hug.
Yeah, a hug would be nice.
A hug would be nice. Wouldn't that be nice? Ugh.
Collab with more Native Americans. Hey, we actually do have a collab with Sean Clan. We've talked about 2 more collabs with Sean Clan. God knows when they're going to happen, but they're definitely in the works. Like, we love ourselves some Sean Clan, that's for sure.
My bestie.
Your bestie.
My bestie. Just kidding.
I am going to open up our hotline right now. We'll only have it open for I'll just say another 30 minutes or something like that. But if you are a nurse or if you have had a strange paranormal story or happening, please go ahead and call in to the hotline. And by the way, we are going to make this a regular segment as well. So I've got to come up. I've got to make a cool video or something like that. Every time we do a hotline segment, it'll come up. But again, next week.
Can I do the video? It just pans to me with the phone, and I'm like, "Hello."
You should. Oh, Roxy's got it up. You know what? We'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. So yeah, if you want to give us a call, you can. The only thing that we ask is when you do call in to mute us on your TV or your computer or whatever you're watching, so we can actually hear.
Please.
Which means they won't be able to hear you, Mandy.
That's
So
okay.
You're just gonna call in. You're just gonna tell your story, and then we're gonna. And then
I'm gonna active listen.
Hello. Hold on. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, who do we have?
Hi.
So this is Elena. I paid my $20, baby.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your donation.
I'm just kidding. I was actually really excited to talk to you guys. And yeah, right? Woohoo! You guys are amazing, by the way. I love all of your guys' stuff. You guys are like super incredible, paranormal, everything. I'm a fanatic of paranormal. Because when you grow up and you have all kinds of crazy stuff happen around you, you kind of, you guys get it. You
Yeah.
guys get it.
100%. 1,000%. Are you
Yes.
a nurse? Are you
So, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm not a nurse or anything, but I do have a wild story.
Yes.
Couple wild stories that I would love to share. Is that cool?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Awesome. So I do a lot of house sitting for people. It's funny. I used to just watch my brother's house, and I do massage therapy as well. Shout out to all massage therapists.
I love shout out to massage therapists. Hell yeah. Love it.
They're out there. All the healers out there. No, but right. So anyway, I would just kind of tell my clients, like, yeah, I'm watching my brother's house today, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, do you do that? And I'm like, sure. So I kind of just randomly got selected for this job. I didn't really choose it, but it's cool because a lot of my clients have these really extravagant, like multi-million-dollar homes that I get to like stay in. Just the other weekend, I was in a hot tub looking out this beautiful mountain view, and I'm like, this is the life.
100%.
So, anyway.
Sorry, I think that there's a little bit of a delay, but yeah, I hear you.
That's okay. So anyway, yes, I did make it, Roxy, by the way. I see that on the screen. Anyway, I one night got home pretty late. I had a late night because if you don't have 1 or 2, 3 jobs, you're not really making it in the world today. You have to have like 20 million jobs to pay rent.
Oh, I feel that, yeah.
Anyway, right? So I was coming home from bartending. It was pretty late. I was getting, just on my TikTok scrolling all of a sudden. In the middle of this huge house, living room, I hear an older man literally speak something. And I'm like, wait a minute. That legit sounded like a real person. But it wasn't like I heard him. It was like, you know how it's like, like it's like a mumble.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, because I'm in the house alone, but then I'm thinking, am I in this house alone?
Right.
So that was a little scary. Yeah, that was a little scary. So I heard a total audible voice, older man, and I was like, nope, boundaries, give back. Nope, not having it tonight. So I had to draw my line there. But then later on that night, around about like 3-ish, of course, right? The witching hour, I hear drumming outside the house. And I'm not making this up, like legit. This is like true story. And I'm like, what is that noise? Why would someone, because I live in Colorado, I was like, why would somebody be at like 3:40 something in the morning be playing some like Native American drum music? Mm-hmm. What is going on? So anyways, I kind of like get up a little startled because I already heard the weird voice earlier that night. And I was like, this is weird. So I'm pet sitting and house sitting. So the cats are like looking at me. I'm looking at the cats. I'm like, do you hear that? They're looking at me like, yeah, we hear that.
Oh, yeah, the cats always know, for sure. If something weird's happening, always look to the cats.
They always know. So anyway, long story short, this drumming literally had to be like an apparition, no joke, because I'm like on the top floor. There's no way that this drumming could be that close to that window and that balcony, because there's no way up on that balcony except through that one sliding door in the master bedroom. So long story short, it no joke circled all around the house. And I was just like standing my ground though. I'm like, and I'm a huge believer in Jesus. I was like, nope, get back in the name of Jesus Christ. Like, you would, no, not today. I don't know who you are, what you're doing, but you know what I mean? I was standing my ground. But anyways, it's just pretty crazy. And I try to get the footage on the cameras because they have these security cameras. It's a multi-million-dollar house.
Mhm.
It was glitched from that time until the time that it literally stopped. Yep. I was like, no way.
That's like the biggest telltale sign. I feel like we've seen that in quite a lot of different haunted locations, like the owners and things like that always saying it's like almost like a time cut. It's very, very strange.
Yeah, like it glitched. Like
Yeah.
I was like, "There's no way! Come on!" I was like, because it sounded so legit and real. So come to find out, I did some research. I was like, I want to figure this out. There was an old man that did die in that house, just so you know. And
Mhm.
also, there's Native American, of course, burials, like stuff around that area. So I was like, "Yep."
Well, that's sorry. That's good that you done your
Okay, you're good.
research because that
Yeah.
was the first thing that I was going to say. I was like, should we get Sean Clan in on this phone call? But that's crazy though. And
Seriously.
how long did that drumming go on for?
It went on, so like I looked at the clock, it was 3:47, and then probably exactly at 4 o'clock, it circled the whole house, and exactly at 4 o'clock, it stopped. Like when the sun started coming up, I was like, that is the weirdest thing.
That's weird. I'm glad that you're
And I like to use
safe.
my little, yeah, I like to use my little, what is it called? What is it? The Oculus, because I have
Mhm.
one. I like to use it in that morning when there was light out because I was pretty creeped out. I was like, I want to ask the house, the environment, I want to ask, what was that? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I kind of wanted to open up like conversation with spirits and stuff to see what that even was.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. It was saying something like 1890s, something, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when I did my research and it rang true. It was pretty cool.
That's wild. Well, thank you for your
Anyways,
spooky,
yep,
spooky
thank you guys.
story. I love doing this
Yeah,
when
thank you guys. I love you
everybody.
so much. I hope you're well. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're totally
But
good.
I love you guys. Love you, Mandy. Love you, Jade.
Oh, we love you. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes, someone else have wonderful stories. Have a great night. Talk to you later.
You too. Bye.
All right, bye.
Oh my god, so sweet.
So sweet.
Did you have anything to say on that, Mandy? That's creepy. That is creepy as hell.
It reminded me of an experience that I had one time where something like that happened, and
Mhm.
that to this day I still don't really know what it is, except all I can think of is it's the energy from the land, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure it's tribal land, and
Yeah. I feel like that's quite common here in that
right,
drumming, you know?
yeah. And I remember one time I was living up in Northern California. I was up in Humboldt, and me and my friends got really fucked up, and we're out in the middle of the woods, and it's like it had just snowed, and it was very cold, and I don't know why we were just being stupid out there. And all of a sudden, like, I was walking down the road and with my friend, and started hearing like the drumming, and we were like, what the fuck? And it kept getting closer and closer and closer. I swear to God, I thought a whole tribe was just going to come around the corner. It was so fucking loud. And then it stopped and there was nothing. And I just remember all of us just being like, time to go. Let's get out of here. Because I just feel
So
like
weird.
like I'm intruding on something that I'm not supposed to be intruding on. Like, this ain't my place. So
Exactly, and I think that that's, like, a big reason, like, she started praying and, like, to God, you know, because she's like it probably felt unfamiliar to her, and she probably was like, "This isn't like a they're coming for me, this is my spirit team," you know, like this Native American drumming. If you're not Native American, it's kinda like, "I don't know what kinda land I'm on right now, but I ain't messing with this shit," so,
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. No,
dang.
it's always interesting.
Alright, I just missed a call there, but it's still open, so if you a couple of more calls coming in, if you have a haunted story, that's fine. If but I'm really looking for these hospital stories because I know a lot of you guys do have weird hospital stories. Hello? Speaking. Who are we? Ah, sorry, 1 second. This is what happens, guys, when too many people call in at once, then I can't get the call up on screen. So I can't get the speaker on. So just bear with me. No, I can't. I can't get it. Is there a way that you can just quickly call me back? Okay, thanks. Bye. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of people trying to call right now. Hopefully this is him. Hello?
Hi, Jade.
Hi. You just called, right?
Yeah, I just called. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool. I got you back. I was like, there's a few people calling just now, so hopefully this is you. Who do we have a pleasure of talking with tonight?
How you doing? Hi, Mandy.
Mandy's here. She can hear you.
Oh, cool. Okay. First of all, I want to say I'm so happy that you made it through your procedure. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I just started watching all your stuff. I started binge watching everything, and I'm really enjoying everything you do.
I love that. Thank you. There's a lot of people like to binge watch one after another, and a lot of people, weird enough, fall asleep to Ghost Club. It's very strange. We were talking about that the other day. Do you fall asleep to Ghost Club?
No. If I'm watching, I watch, and I finish what I can.
Keeps you awake at night. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. So I have a sleep paralysis story, and I also have a question about what happened to me.
Okay. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
So I was dreaming about my grandmother who had passed away, and right after I dreamt of her, everything went like bright white, and the brightness actually woke me up. And when I woke up, I opened my eyes and I was looking around my room, and all of a sudden I felt a pressure on my feet, and the pressure started moving up my body, and it went all the way up to my neck. And it just felt as if like somebody laid on top of me and was holding me into the bed. I couldn't speak. I couldn't move, but I was awake. Then all of a sudden, on the side of my body, there was like an intense heat for about 2 or 3 seconds. And I felt somebody sit, like I felt the bed go down as if somebody sat next to me. And then I kind of like was able to move, and I got up and I was looking around and everything was fine. But I know about sleep paralysis, but I was wondering if that might have been maybe a visit, because I did feel something, like sit next to me on the bed, and that intense heat on the side of my body was kind of weird as well.
I think when it comes to that, for me personally, I guess my first question is, can you remember like how you were actually feeling in that moment? I know you're probably feeling a little bit like weirded out, but if it was like a comforting feeling or if you were like scared in the moment.
Well, at the moment, it was kind of creepy because I didn't know what was going on. It's the first time I ever experienced it. But when I was able to move and I was able to speak and get up out of bed, then I remembered the dream about my grandmother. And I was like, okay, that might have been maybe my grandmother visiting me. And I was like, okay, I'm cool about that,
Yeah, no,
It
totally.
was weird at first.
I think Mandy definitely has something to say on this one. Did you want to go ahead, Mandy?
Yeah, I don't believe that is, and not discounting your experience, but I don't believe that was like sleep paralysis in like a negative way
Okay.
whatsoever.
Can you hear
Personally.
Mandy, or did you want me to just relay?
I got the voice on a little bit so I could hear, as long as it's not bothering you guys.
No, there's no delay on the end or anything like that. But yeah, she was saying basically that if you were feeling that, then that's probably most likely what it was, correct, Mandy?
Yeah, it doesn't feel it tapping into it. It doesn't feel like a true. I mean, you said that you were dreaming about your grandmother, and then this happened.
Yeah, so there's going to be
Yeah.
a delay on his end, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so he dreamt about his grandmother, and then the
Yeah.
paralysis happened.
Yeah, it doesn't feel, and in fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it feels more as if it was almost a way to keep you. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like it would have been a situation where you might have freaked out, and the only way it was going to keep you to like kind of like keep you there for a second so you can have this experience and not freak out or be like, what the fuck is happening? It does not feel negative in any way whatsoever. And I would tell you if it was. I don't sugarcoat, but it feels it feels not that way. Like it feels like they were like, hold up, have this experience because this is important. It's part of the visitation.
I'm just waiting for him to catch up with what you were saying.
So from what I could hear on the TV, it was a visit, but it wasn't a negative visit.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I also think, just to add on that, like the fact that it was a white light is very, very telling also. And I'm only saying that because when my granddad passed away, that night I had a visitation from him. It was sleep paralysis actually, but in a different sense. It was more outer body experience because I got up out of bed and I went downstairs and he was with my nana and he came down from the sky and he was full like this like angelic, really bright white, like, and then like a golden kind of light to him. So it's I mean, like that's the only thing that I can kind of like similar experiences there. But I do think that white light is pretty telling that yeah, it was probably a visitation from your loved one, which is really cool and very, very special. So
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was. I mean, the light, it was just kind of like everything went like bright white, like I couldn't see anything. And that's what actually woke me up.
yeah.
But I couldn't move and I couldn't speak.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Did you have anything else that you wanted to ask us or anything like that?
I typed in something before. I don't know if you guys saw it, but you guys were talking about doing collabs with some other people. There's an expo, a Power Unity expo happening in Woodbridge, New Jersey, November 8th. And all the guys are going to be there, the Ghost Hunters, the Ghost Brothers, Project Fear, Katrina Weidman. They're all there, and it's a great time. So I don't know if you guys would be able to get out there. It'd be great to meet you guys there, but that would be somewhere where you could probably do some hookups to get some collabs going.
Oh yeah, no, totally. I actually agree with you with that one because Haunted Nights are right there as well in that area, and we could definitely do some more stuff with them as well. They're probably going to be there, right? Mandy? Probably, huh? Don't know. Okay, yeah, no, but we'll definitely look into it. We had to cancel a couple of meetups just with health stuff and that, but hopefully by November everything will be fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so, but that'd be great to see you guys because you guys are awesome. I love your show and you do some great work.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for your call.
Thanks for taking it. I appreciate it. It's great talking to you.
You too. All right, bye-bye.
You and Mandy, take care. Bye-bye.
Will do. Bye. Okay. Wee. Go ahead, Mandy.
Yeah, I just want to say, I mean, everyone's experience is different. Everyone's got their own thing. That's totally fine. Just in my experience, like I personally, I just think that sleep paralysis does get a bad rap, right? Because most of the time it does have like a negative connotation to it. I just think that in my world, it's not always negative.
Yeah.
And there are certain situations where it can be used positively, whether you see it that way or not. So that's just my 2 cents on it. And there's the context around it. I don't know. I just from my abilities, it just feels very different than what I would describe as negative.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I also just want to add just from the comments as well. I saw Kim's message here. Yes. When I was on 2 phone calls ago, I did see that we got a $20 donation through PayPal. So thank you so much, Kim. We appreciate you and your donation as well. Any donations, guys, go towards future investigations, and we appreciate every single one of them. PayPal goes through instantly, and YouTube, it takes about a month for us to get it. And then there's like a certain little percentage that comes off. But other than that, thank you. And we are getting another caller, by the way. And then Naz, I just do want to say real fast, we are planning on doing this haunt line like pretty much, I think I don't know. We didn't really discuss it properly, but we're hoping to do it every live stream just at the very end. So, oh, and I missed your call. Sorry. Go ahead, give me a call back. It should be in your latest calls. I'm just trying to catch up on some comments as well. Here we go. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Yes.
Jade, it's J Bear.
Oh, J Bear, what's up? How's it going?
I was so worried about you. I am so glad you're feeling better, and the procedure went great. I'm just absolutely happy that I am seeing you on the computer again.
Yeah, I know it's been a while, but we're back and we're feeling very positive and just ready to kick butt again. Yeah, so thank you. Oh, it's always so nice hearing your voice, so positive. Love it.
Absolutely. Hi, Mandy.
Hi.
I just wanted to let you know I used to be an IV therapist at a trauma level 1 hospital.
Interesting. Okay.
And I actually have a video on my somewhat existent TikTok. I only put like 3 videos up. But I don't know if you remember on TikTok, they had this this app where when the people walked, there was like a shadow of colors that followed them.
No.
Almost
Oh,
like
is it like a filter, like a TikTok filter?
Yeah, filter. That's the word I was trying to get. The filter would, when a person would walk by, their energy would pick up this filter, and
Gotcha.
it would show like rainbow colors behind them as they walk.
I've not seen that one personally, but I can kind of get the gist of what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I decided to turn this on one day because we really weren't allowed to film in the hospital. You're not really allowed to do that, but because I used to walk all over the hospital and start IVs and things.
Mhm.
So I had a cart and I would hide it and I would do some recordings. And so I had this on and I'm watching, the staff walk by and there's some of the rainbow colors following them. And then there was one nurse who walked out of a room to my left. And the only colors that came out on her were black and gray. Everybody else had all the colors of the rainbow following them.
Mm-hmm.
And then she walked by a linen cart. Now, on a linen cart, there is nothing electronic. Nobody was standing there. It should not have picked up anything from this filter. And all of a sudden, out of the middle of the linen cart, this big, huge, colory form just came out of the linen cart. It was like 6 feet tall.
And what came out of the linen cart?
It's a linen cart. The linen cart just has sheets and blankets and pillows.
No, but what came out of the linen cart? Like that was 6 feet tall, like a person?
No, it was the glow of this filter. This filter should not have picked up the linen cart.
Oh, got you. Okay. And you said this is on your TikTok?
Yes.
Hold on. What's your TikTok name?
I gotta get it because I don't use it very much.
We're gonna bring this up so everyone can see.
All right, hang on a second. Where the hell is my TikTok?
That's
And
literally
also,
you're literally me. Just like I don't know how to work TikTok.
Yeah, I do not. Let me go to my profile. Okay.
It's interesting though because it sounds like this filter is only supposed to pick up people, and then this picked up like a linen. That's weird. Yeah, that is strange.
Exactly. Okay, so it is at IZ, like Victor, League, LEAGUE 27.
Okay.
And it's the one where at first you see a hallway.
Let's see. Oh, it said that you're private. I'm gonna follow you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now I have a flex.
Now I have a flex. Love it. Oh my god, J-Bear, am I your Ricky Rocket?
Yes.
Yes, I love that. Thank you. You've made my night.
You made mine.
Oh, it's not. Is it letting me log in? Oh, for God's sake.
All right, hang on. Let me see if I can. I'll unprivacy myself.
Oh yeah, you could do that as
Private
well. You could do on
account.
private. Yeah, it's not letting me sign in for whatever reason. I'm trying to sign into my account.
Okay, I took the private account off.
Okay, let's take a look. There we go. Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna share my screen with everyone. Bear with me. Bear with me. Share screen. Share screen. Here we go. All right, you guys see this? Okay. So it says, let's pan around for a bit. That? Is that the linen closet? Oh.
No. You'll see it. When I pan around, you'll see it on the wall to the left.
Yeah, I think there's a little lag on your side. Oh yeah, I see the black and white going by, and then there it's back again. That's tall. Yeah, that actually it does look like exactly like a person, but just super
And there
tall.
shouldn't be.
Interesting.
You're also in the step down from ICU.
I'm just gonna keep this up for a little bit so you guys can see what we're looking at. But yeah, that's pretty legit. I mean, I don't know how these apps work or anything like that, but I definitely see what you're seeing.
Yeah, because the reason I put the filter on was because it's supposed to like capture, like if nothing is there and you
Yeah.
get colors, something is there that you're not seeing.
It's good that you've picked up like all these other people as well. Like you can 100% see these other these are people walking by, and it's only picking up the people. That's really cool. Thank
Right.
you for sharing that with us. That's really
Oh,
cool.
you're very welcome. I also question why that woman was like all black and gray.
Yeah, I'm actually like now you've got me wondering. I'm still going to follow you, by the way, like when I get on my phone. And then I want to use that filter as well if I can try and find it. That would be interesting.
Yeah, it should be listed somewhere on the thing.
Yeah.
And another time I used the Ghost Tube SLS.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on a regular surgical floor, and I forgot to hit record because I was so busy.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a little kid ducking behind a chair,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought the chair was like an anomaly that was making the figure, but then it started coming out from behind the chair.
Weird.
Yeah. So, yeah, I used to walk around the hospital with the SLS to see if anybody was in bed that wasn't there.
Love that. I would do the same thing if I worked in a hospital, honestly. So that's cool.
Definitely. And if you're sensitive or anything like that, forget about it. You're always like, what?
Yeah.
Did you say something?
Yeah. Yeah, hospitals weird me out.
Let other people get on.
All right.
Let other people get on to talk to you. Love you both and hope to talk to you soon.
Oh, okay. We love you too. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Okay, bye. Love J Bear.
Uh,
Oh my gosh, Kathy. Sorry, go ahead.
no, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy. We love you. Oh my god, so much love going around right now. I feel like Kathy and J Bear would be like super, super tight if they met. Same energy. Just like super
Yes.
positive and like just nice.
Yes.
Just soak it all up.
Thank you, Kathy.
We love you.
We love you.
To the UK, Great Britain. Love you too. Thank you.
Ah, I love it. I feel like we had a very missed opportunity to use Ghost Tube SLS at Indiana State. We could have just everyone been like, yeah, and see if we can catch somebody in the room.
Yeah, Indiana State is a trip though. Like, I can't wait to go back though. It's one of those like haunted locations that's like, wow, that place terrifies me, but I'm dying to go. Like it's the Garnet House. That's the same vibe, you know?
Yeah.
It terrifies me, but like, you know, you're gonna get activity. You know, it's gonna be a very eventful, chaotic night.
100%.
I have another caller coming through. Did you want to do one more and then we'll close it out?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Who do we have a pleasure of talking with tonight? Unless you want to stay anonymous.
No, I'm fine. I'm Kim. I was asking about the PayPal. Thanks for telling me.
Kim, thank you
But
so much
what
for
I
your
wanted-
donation.
No, I wish I could do more. I want to know if you guys have ever had something like this happen. For some reason, I've had a lot of disruption in my house recently, but it felt like I was dead asleep. It felt like somebody took a McDonald's straw, stuck it in my ear, and blew as hard as they could.
Kim,
And my whole eardrum was just rattling.
that's so weird. Did you tune in to our last live stream by any chance?
No, I did the week before.
It was the one where we done the haunt line where people were calling in. Were you a part of that one? Like, did you hear those?
No, I didn't catch that.
Oh my gosh, because on our last live stream when we done the haunt line, we talked to somebody who had a very, very similar story to you. And we talked about like something very similar because I've also had something like that where it felt like something went right into my ear. And when we were having that conversation, Mandy, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure what we ended up ending it on was extraterrestrial, not actually paranormal, but could be alien related. And I don't know if you're into that, Kim, but
Oh, hell no.
no, I know I know it's bad. It's bad, Kim, okay?
Yeah, that's really bad. Like I can deal with all that, but that
it's creepy, right?
Anyway,
It's creepy. Yeah, but again, we can't say for certain, you know. Was there anything else surrounding that, or was it just a feeling? Did you wake up? Like what happened after that?
Well, I was totally asleep. So when it did it, at first, I couldn't even explain to you what it was like. It was like mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Because I was so asleep. And then the other night, 2 nights ago, I had something very cold. It felt like it took its thumb and went across my bottom lip.
Oh.
And I'm just like, and then I've got like these short black things running around. And I'm like, I'm starting to think one of the kids is doing something. That's the only thing I can figure because this cannot be going on.
No, I do not blame you whatsoever, especially like whatever this is, it's like messing with you in your sleep. And that's like the most vulnerable that you can possibly be as well. But it's also when the veil is the most thin. So it's like kind of like because that's when your like sensitivity comes out to spirit and paranormal as well. Is when you're just at like a super, super chill, in a super chilled, relaxed kind of state. Although Mandy's kind of like looking around the room, and I'm kind of dying to hear what she has to say about it. Any other experiences you had?
I see the person up there says I like aliens. No, I don't.
No. Yeah, I just want to be very clear that that's not, everybody's different. We're not saying it's aliens 100%, but usually like with the
I've
whole like
heard of that type of thing.
yeah, like the feeling of that kind of like that stick or the straw or the long finger going into your ear all the way through your head, almost like
Yes.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
had that happen too.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. What was Mandy going to say?
What state do you live in?
Oh, she's asking what state do you live in?
Arkansas.
Oh, Arkansas. Whew.
No, because this is so weird, but I'm
Andy right now.
No, I can't.
okay, this is so weird, but as much as I want to call aliens, I feel like we've got a fucking like gnome situation going on here.
Do what?
Mandy thinks there's a gnome situation happening here. Gnome.
Like gnomes.
Yeah, I was thinking of a gin.
Jin, that's literally what I was thinking, like when you were talking about like the little black, like the little like imps, almost like
Yeah.
creepy. But Kansas is
Or
like
an imp,
yeah.
something like a lower level.
Yeah, and it's not even like it feels so whenever like what I'm feeling is not like totally lower level, like gonna fuck your shit up, but what I'm feeling
Mandy
is
says
like
what she's feeling is it's not totally lower level, like it's not gonna fuck your shit up.
sorry.
Okay.
But
right.
it's
That's
very, 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 very
I've been
mischievous.
Getting
But it's
from,
very-
like, laying down rules.
But it's very mischievous, yeah.
And they know how to mess with you
and they know how
and
to mess with
irritate
you.
you.
And
And
irritate you.
God,
Wow.
it's feeling like
Yeah,
that, like
yeah, just
gnome
doing anything to
menahooey.
like startle me.
There's a lot of conversation.
Right.
There's so much lag right now. So what we'll do is we'll hang up if that's okay, and then Mandy, you can put your volume up, and then Mandy can explain what she really feels like, so you can hear what Mandy's saying, so I don't have to repeat it.
Oh, and can she also include like if she does readings or whatever long distance and
Yeah.
how to reach her and all that?
Yeah, we'll make sure
Okay,
that she
thanks.
of course. All right, thank you so much
Take
for
care,
calling.
lovely.
All right, you're amazing. Have a good night. Bye.
You too. Bye.
All right, and my phone is going off, guys, so you can try and call, but I ain't gonna answer anymore. But thank you for everybody who did answer, and to also all of the people last time we done Hauntline for calling me up until 4 a.m. in the morning. Thank you, guys. Anyway, go ahead.
I love it.
I felt
Yeah.
like everyone was just trolling me. Yeah.
No, they're like, we must get a hold of you. I mean, could there still be something alien going on? For sure. I mean, nobody really knows what exactly these gnome thingamabobbers are, but it feels like that's what I keep seeing. I cannot let this go. I'm seeing fucking gnomes, and like, and I'm seeing some of the comments. People don't know about gnomes. Y'all, you don't want to know about gnomes, okay? I feel like gnomes are worse than aliens. Honestly, like. They're crazy little fuckers, and they're similar to imps. It's like there's so many variations of it, but man, it's like once you make contact with one,
Yeah. I think
they are really hard to get rid of.
It was like Sam. I think it was Sam that told me when she first came over to my house that she felt like I had a gnome in the backyard.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I'd heard about it. Or was that you? I can't
I
remember.
told you that. I think
you told me that. Okay,
Mhm.
you told me that.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I thought it was Sam. But yeah, you told me that, and that was the first time I'd heard about that. I was like, a gnome? I have a gnome in my backyard. You were like, it doesn't come in the house, but there's definitely something out in your backyard that's just so mischievous and like weird, and I don't know. It freaks me out. It freaks me out.
Yeah, they're like, and it's so easy to invite them in too, because sometimes you don't even realize that you're inviting them in.
Yeah.
And once they come in, it's like, fuck, like there they go. They wreak havoc. They wreak havoc. They're very like physical little fuckers, and they want to like they'll mess with you and things like that. And I don't know why that's what I keep seeing. Do I think that there could be potentially something else going on? Yeah, actually, and I don't want to put that on you. But it does feel like something else is going on in the home as well.
Yeah.
Energetically. But y'all got you got some gnome energy going on. I don't know. That's true. The Fae can fuck you up real fast, man. They fucking can. I hate it.
I just also go ahead.
No. Please go.
I was just gonna thank Dee for her $10 donation. Thank you so much.
Sorry, Dee. We got a little off track.
Late but happy to have caught the beautiful ladies. Thank you so much, Dee. And this is kind of like why I love these haunt lines, kind of being like the later part of our live streams. Like the stories that you hear, like they do keep you up at night. Like last time we done this, I was just like thinking of all these different stories that people had called in and told us, and I was like, dang, like that's pretty intense. But yeah, I've definitely heard of these like little mischievous kind of like spirits. My dad has definitely. I don't think we ever. I think maybe on a live stream when I had him jump in, I think he told the story right after his stroke. So, but he has a story where, well, I mean, it's kind of a long story, but it is alien related. And the night we were both staying in Apple Valley, and he had a dream. He said it felt so real though. There were like these like little like orb like things, and they were coming down, and they were like pinching his balls, and then they would like flutter away, like fly away, and he was getting really annoyed. But he was calling them pixies, and I was like, pixies, and he was like, they're not pixies. He was like, but that's the only thing that I can like, like put it to is it was almost like they were just like these little flying things that were just coming down. And anyway, and then the next day, when we went to go leave Apple Valley, sorry if you've heard the story before, but the next time we went to go leave Apple Valley, his truck had completely died. The battery was completely drained, so we couldn't leave. And I was like, for God's sake. And I was like, well, whilst we called AAA, I was like, I'm gonna go to Carl's Jr. So I took my stepmom's car and I went to go get food. And as I was in the Carl's Jr. drive-through, they must have thought I was absolutely crazy. Right in front of me, I see like 20 UFOs in the sky, like little tin cans, and they were all like the light was shining on them. They would all disappear, and then they would all come back. And I took a picture, and I have that picture still. And I was like freaking out, and I like called my dad, and I was like, a UFO's outside, a UFO's outside. And the guy's like trying to hand me my bag through the window like a food, and I'm like, look, it's a UFO, look at the sky, in the sky, look up there. And he would like, honestly, he looked at me like I was crazy and just turned around and walked away. And I was like,
Fair.
it was right there, just pop your head out and look, it's crazy. Like, anyway, but I do definitely think that all of that, just with like what my dad experienced the night before, to the truck dying, and then the actual UFO showing itself, like all of that was very like alien related. So that kind of is what it reminded me of a little bit.
Yeah.
But nothing bad happened. That's something to keep in mind. It's not a bad thing. It's scary, but like
not all aliens are bad, you guys.
It's just,
even if it is scary, it's not always bad.
Well, we fear the unknown, and how much do we really know about aliens, you know?
Exactly. But she's got some gnomes. I will die on this fucking hill. Sorry. They are there, and we need to get those out.
Phantom, my goodness, girl, $19. We were talking about you earlier.
We were.
Popping in to say hi, and so happy everything went well, Jade. Thank you. We love you. Everyone go subscribe to Phantom Mets. We had to cancel a couple of collaborations with her over the past couple of months, but there will be more to come of Phantom Mets.
I love you.
So, our good friend Lindsay. So let's Okay, I have something. I just need to get this off my chest, girl. I just need to get this off of my chest.
Alright,
Okay.
let's go.
Orbs, plasmoids. Remember that whole thing? The
Yes.
drones, the
Plas
plasmoids.
What was
I
the other
was
word that we
drones
had
and
for
plasmoids.
Oh, no, what was the other word we had for plasmoids? There you go.
So anyway, I was obsessed with that like a few months back, right? We all
Yes.
remember that phase of mine. Well, I've got a new phase. Okay. And this is just something that I want to share with you guys. And is it factual? No, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I found it out from TikTok and I was like, you know what? This is worth looking into. I just haven't done it yet. So if anybody else wants to go ahead, leave it in the comments if I'm wrong about this. But hey, so in recent Russian news, okay? Recent Russian news this week. The Russian scientists have been doing studies on where we go when we die. Where does our energy go, okay? Now, last year in 2024, they found a very distant galaxy, the furthest away that has been found. And guess what it is called? Any guess?
Rocks.
It's not rocks, but it is Jade's GS Z140. Okay. And that's what we're going to be talking about right now. So, this galaxy, now we got that out the way, right? Furthest
They named a
galaxy.
galaxy after you?
They did. Yeah. The
The
furthest
fuck?
away. Yeah, I know. It's kind of
The
crazy.
furthest away.
The furthest away. We're keeping her at arm's length, okay? We're keeping her at least 300 million light years away. Okay. So, okay, Roxy, I'm trying to concentrate right now.
That's my
Okay, but Elena has heard it, okay? So, the Russian scientists in I think it was 1983 specifically, they were able to actually code this man's energy, and they done it as a test on where that energy goes when somebody passes. So the whole like thought process behind it is we have managed to code his energy. Think of it like like an Apple iTag, okay? So when this man passes away, which he did that year, um the code will be able to ping like a GPS. Where is the energy? Okay. Well, nothing happened, right? So no codes, no pings or anything like that.
No codes, no pings. Got it.
So maybe like 40 years later or so, that's when they come across Jade's GS Z140, the furthest away galaxy. And still nothing, right? Still no ping until last week. There was a ping, an exact match for this man's energy. And it was in that solar system. And it is the furthest solar system. They believe that that is the beginning of all time, is that whole galaxy over there.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at all those hairs.
She got the goosebumps. Remember, this is so off topic, but remember how I always say that like I've never had a past life before? Like I've never had a past life, and I'm an Aries, and Aries are the very first zodiac sign in all of the zodiac signs. So isn't it kind of weird that the furthest away galaxy is named after me? I'm not trying to make it all about myself. Like the universe literally revolves around me, guys.
I mean, that's what it sounds like you're trying to say.
Anyway, that's just off topic. But the whole thing is, it is crazy. Like there was a ping, there was an exact match, and it was all the way over there. And they've also found like oxygen as well in the galaxy, and it's just crazy. So a lot of people think that that is where you go when you pass away, that and then you just kind of like slowly make your way back to Earth, and then it like restarts again.
Whoa.
So yeah, apparently, so if you actually look up, let me see if I can try and find it.
So,
Jades,
all right, hold on.
GS,
I don't know if I was active
Z14.
listening on this one. Okay. So, are you saying that potentially one day, a bazillion years from now, when they're gonna ping and it's gonna be your energy, and they're gonna find out you're the one who the galaxy was named after.
Possibly. No, I don't think that at all. But what I'm saying, it's just a very, very weird coincidence that
I don't believe in
first-
coincidences.
this is the first galaxy in like everything, like even past ours. This is the first galaxy, right? And then you've got that, and then you've got Aries being the first zodiac sign, and then you've got it named after me, and I'm also an Aries. That's all I'm saying. If we have any other Jades out there that are Aries, let's come together. We are one. We are one. We
Google gobble, Google gobble.
I'm gonna share my screen here real fast.
Michelle. I am so lost. I'm still stuck on gnomes, and now life revolves around Jade.
I love it. I love it.
So good. Jade
right.
is also a youth element. That's interesting.
Is it really? I don't know what a youth element is.
So there's different types of like obviously different types of elements and stuff. And a youth element would be like our youngest one.
Really?
Uh-huh. Unless I had that wrong. Did I have that wrong?
Very.
I don't know. I didn't pay full attention. I did in class, but I didn't. But I did. I'm actually pretty good with elements.
Oh, here we go. All right, I'm gonna share this. You guys see this?
It's very small. Hold on, let me get closer.
Sorry. I can also make it big. Well, that didn't really do too much. Anyway, I'll read it to you. It said Jade's GS Z140 is the most distant galaxy currently known, discovered by the James Webb Space Telescope. It has a redshift of 14.32, placing it at a time less than 300 million years after the Big Bang. The galaxy is part of the Jades, JWST Advanced Deep Extragalactic Survey Program. So that's that. And then if we go to emojis, this is what it looks like. I feel like this is the best picture to show you guys. Well, here's like a little. Is it still sharing?
Yes.
Oh, no, we need another. I clicked on it, but that's okay. We'll just go off of this picture here. So you can actually see, only because heaven was mentioned. Shut up. Get that off right now. You're such a bitch. Anyway, if you look at this picture, if you look at the top, it looks white, right? And then if you look at the bottom, it looks red. So a lot of people are saying, is this heaven and hell? And just come on now, guys. Oh my god, I don't even know what to do with everybody right now. I don't know. Mandy, come on. Reel it back in, girl. She is a pretty galaxy. Oh my god. So anyway, I don't know if you guys are resonating with this, but it's pretty cool. This is the first breakthrough ever in science that we've ever came this close to actually understanding where our energy goes, essentially our souls. Where do we go? And you know, it's just Galaxy Jade. That's
what were you saying about the top? I missed half of that.
The top is heaven because it's white. Look.
Oh, okay. Got it.
You see, this is like white up here.
Yeah.
And then the bottom here, right where you are, you and whoever said that about my galaxy.
I want my own galaxy. This is stupid.
I wonder if there is a Mandy galaxy.
Someone Google it.
Ask ChatGPT.
I used up all my free. Apparently, you can only talk to them so much of like the voice thing. Apparently, you can do it only so much on the free thing. I don't
I
know.
think no, it's
It
expensive
said
to
I
get it.
hit my limit today.
Is there a Mandy Galaxy? I've not got the talking part on. There is no known Mandy Galaxy.
The fuck?
However, the term Mandy Galaxy appears in other contexts.
What?
Okay, now you got me wondering what's going on here. Artistic allies. Mandy Galaxy is the username of a digital artist. Oh, okay. Jewelry design. The Mandy Galaxy ring. Oh,
There's a Mandy
are
Galaxy
there
ring?
any Jade Galaxies? I literally already know this one because we just talked about it. Oh, okay. So it says the term Jades refers to JWST, Advanced Deep Extragalactic Survey. Anyway, yes, there is.
Well, I mean, that's cool. That's actually really cool. It's actually so cool that
Monica's
I'm jealous about it.
asking what about Amanda Galaxy long name version? But
No.
Mandy's name is not Amanda.
I know. Plot twist, my birth certificate says Mandy too. Do that letter. It is going crazy. Honestly, no, that's a really cool find. I like signs. But maybe I'll join you in your galaxy.
Anyway, it's not so much about the reason why I brought this up. Really wasn't about the Jades thing. It really wasn't.
Yeah, was it?
It was just to show you that this is the furthest away galaxy that's ever been recorded, and it was found last year. And
cool. And it
now
happens to have your name.
people's energy is pinging from this galaxy. So yeah, pretty freaking cool.
We try to talk to the galaxy. We should do an investigation where we try to communicate with the galaxy. It's okay, Rain.
Oh, we're all confused. We're actually going to now open it up because we've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I think if we just open up to a few little questions and then I'll stop with this. If anybody has any questions for us, we are opening ourselves to questions, and then we're going to head out and get some sleep. Anyone got any questions? Okay. And the Gnomes, Gloves, G-Spots, Galaxies. I should definitely rename this live stream to that.
Honestly, yeah, you probably should. That will get the views. That will get the views.
We've covered a lot tonight, that's for sure.
Actually,
You're right.
No, that's pretty crazy. I do want to say it does make me curious to see what kind of technological advances we're going to make moving forward, and like what other information we're going to be finding out in like 50 years. It's wild.
Do you think that us knowing more about where spirits go, or where, okay, not even where spirits go, where spirits are currently located. Okay, so let's say this. Russian scientist puts a code on my energy. Okay, I die. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You have my GPS. It's like on Snapchat where it's like find a friend.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, she's just chilling in her galaxy, right? She's back in Jade's. Jade's GS Z140. She's just chilling there, right?
Yeah.
And then do you think that that's gonna kill ghost hunting? Paranormal investigating. Do you think people will still investigate and still try and talk with these spirits, knowing that they're so far away?
Yeah. In fact, it'll make them want to talk to them and give it a shot,
It's more proof.
Because how cool would it be to be like, yeah, I spoke to Jade in the farthest galaxy away named Jade, and I spoke to the beginning of the existence.
It's just you with a tin can and a string. It's very, very long.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am?
Excuse me, ma'am. Never mind. Never mind.
For real, true story. I
All
don't know.
right. So I've got do you think that we'll be living on Mars anytime in the future? In the near future. I don't believe so. But this is a very, very serious. I used to take my nana out every single week to have dinner with her, right? Before she passed away. I used to ask her questions all the time, just because she lived a very long life. And one of those questions was, when I'm your age, she was probably about 75 at the time, and I was younger. I was probably like 18. I said, when I'm your age, what do you think the biggest change is going to be for me, like in seeing and all that stuff, like how far the world progresses? And she did say, you will be living on another planet. She was like, when you're 75, you will be living on another planet. I was like, that's wild. So even if we're not actually living on another planet, she was dead set, and that's how far technology has came since she was 18 to 75. And she was pretty like,
Yeah.
you're gonna be living on another planet. She was like, we didn't even have electricity. Like, and
No,
now you
that's
guys are like
true.
have like iPhones.
No, that's
TikToking.
true. Now we're here. And no, and I mean we are able to get to Mars.
Yeah.
And they are training people to live on Mars. I mean, they're actively doing that now. They have a set group of astronauts that they're training to begin their mission to Mars. And so I do think that at some point we are going to see that.
But
Honestly,
you don't even believe in the moon landing. So how can you believe that a group of people are going to go live on Mars? Serious question.
because Mars is much easier to get to than the moon.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Solid.
I think we can get to the moon now. I know we are getting to the moon now. There's a lot of shit being done. But back then, I'm not going to open this can of worms because I don't need people coming for me right now. I don't need y'all coming for me right now. But
I feel like we do it every single. I feel like people come for me more because I actually don't believe it was fake. So Mandy and I both have different perspectives.
I just think that it's okay to question things.
Yeah. No,
You know what
totally.
I'm saying? It's okay.
We'll never know for 100%. We'll
But
never
like
know.
the Genevieve saying, they've been building on the dark side of the moon for God knows how long. So yeah.
You and Genevieve need to like go have your own like side chat.
Yes, that. But yeah, I think Mars is a fucking walk in the park to get to. So
Walk in
we
the
do.
park.
It's walk in the park.
It's not Jade's GS
And somebody
Z14
needs to
Zero
keep
for
little
sure.
Rover fucking in company, that poor little robot out there. That's
I thought you were going to say employed. They're going to
Keep
need to
him
keep the rover employed.
I feel so bad for that thing. I like love watching that stuff, but then I feel bad 'cause just roaming around all by itself, just getting stuck on rocks and shit.
I have a Roxy question here. Jade, who's the funniest person to play bad cards with on Discord? I love this question. Guys, if you aren't a member of our Discord, I think somebody can go ahead and post an invite link in the chat. Or maybe in the comment section below. But we do have a Discord, and we do sometimes meet up and play games. I would say, other than you, of course, Roxy, I would say Courtney is. I really, really enjoy Courtney's dry sense of humor, but it could be because she's Australian. So I'm gonna go with that. But do they stay far away or move in and out? Oh, what was this in reference to? I'm like trying to think like what were we just talking about?
Shit.
Dang.
I do not recall. I do not recall.
Mandy lost it.
I did lose it. It's just an opinion. We're allowed to have opinions. It's just an opinion, okay? Fuck.
We're still opening up for questions. We'll do it for a little bit longer than we'll add out, but I'm just looking for like question marks at this point. I'm trying to catch up.
Don't look at Michelle's question mark then.
Can we buy you guys gifts? Was the only one I could find. Yes, give me the gifts. No, unfortunately we closed our PO box a little while ago, but I mean, gifts are just you guys being here is the best gift that we could ever ask for. And I know that's cheesy. That's planet cheese for sure, but it's true.
But I'm also a size medium. No, I'm just kidding.
I will say Dogmum Discord for me for sure was really difficult to get started on. But honestly, it's just the more you come on, the more you just kind of you get the vibe for it. And then yeah, there's also like different like little it's just like a chat room, like a bunch of different chat rooms, and you just click one. One's for like movies, one's for just like Ghost Club stuff, one's for just general chat. Yeah. Yay. Anyone else?
I bought a new doll today.
What? What are you talking about?
I bought a new doll today.
Okay, first off, how did you have
ordered it
time?
online.
Oh. I'm like, you literally just come straight from work. Did you get it on your lunch? Okay, so you bought a haunted doll, I'm guessing, online?
It's not haunted, but it's cool, and I think it could be haunted.
You want to show us?
I'll
You
show you
want
a
to do
picture
show
of
and
it.
tell?
It's actually pretty cool. So
I didn't go get it.
I know I don't. I got ordered it. It's got.
Oh, you
come.
ordered it.
Yeah. It's gonna come,
Oh.
and I don't know where it's coming from. So, no. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Where's
So
the
I got
order?
this doll, and it's really cool because apparently there is a woman back in the day who made these cloth dolls.
I don't know
right?
what's happening, but you just
Sorry,
froze.
Oh,
Who are you
stop.
talking to? Seriously, this is
It's my
scaring me.
it's my other fucking doll that I got that's like, well, I'm haunted and is like talking shit to me from across the room right now, and like it's getting weird in here. So
Okay, like everybody is on board here because Mandy hasn't frozen once. Oh, it said
Okay.
you too, Jade. She's frozen. Oh, two. Oh, I don't think I froze. I think it was just you.
Okay, so
If it's coming from Jade's galaxy, it could take a minute to get to you.
oh my god, I can't.
Uh,
All right, so let me back up for you.
yeah.
I got another haunted doll. Okay. A lot of people claim to have haunted dolls that aren't actually haunted. You can just buy it on you can put anything in anything. You can put a doll, spirit in a doll. But anyways, this doll is genuinely haunted. And I was like not allowed to leave the antique store if I didn't until I took it home. And so of course, as soon as I grab this doll, I literally pick it up and I like take 2 steps and a fucking fly starts attacking me out of nowhere. And I'm like, this is cool. We're going to have fun. Brought the doll home, had nightmares for 3 days straight about this woman, this scary looking woman. And I put her on display because that's what she wanted, and everything's calmed down. We're good. But now I just mentioned that I'm getting a new doll. And as soon as I mentioned that, she was like, hello, I'm here. I'm haunted. Look at me. And then started just being wild. But I want to talk about this new doll, and I will show you later. But this new doll that I got, it's not a haunted doll, but it's a cool piece of history related to the Queen Mary.
Oh.
And I'm excited because it's one of the only ones I could find online. So I don't know how many more exist in the world.
Very
But
cool.
apparently this woman, Nora something, used to make these cloth dolls, and from the 20s like through the 60s or something. And these cloths, they're like sailor dolls. Anyways, they made a whole series for the Queen Mary, and so people who were passengers on the ship could like buy the doll as like a souvenir. And they stopped making it, and I saw they have it. First off, they have it on display now at the Queen Mary, and in room B340 they have this doll on display in like a case. It's like a whole thing. Found one online and I ordered it, and it was like one of the last ones I could find. I have to show you a picture because it is fucking cute, and I'm gonna put it with my Queen Mary stick that I stole
from the Queen Mary ship.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you this bitch. Okay. I'm so excited. Ah.
Oh. Oh. That's not what I was expecting. And I didn't expect it to be a little boy either. I thought it was gonna be like a cute little girl with like little curly hair or something. Oh my god. He looks very, very, very mischievous.
He's happy. And his hat, it says RMS Queen Mary across the top of it. Oh, you guys. I'm so
Aw.
obsessed.
I don't know. We have some people who are into it and some people who just are not into it.
You guys, look.
It does look like Robert the Doll for sure. And I don't know if it's because the sailor outfit or what, but yeah,
So
I don't
this would have
know.
been like pre-World War II. I mean, this bitch is old. Um,
Was it expensive?
so surprisingly, no. I mean, I don't know what it's expensive to people, but for me personally, this was not expensive. And I was like, let's go. So I
Yeah.
bought it and I'm excited to put him up on display with the rest of the Queen Mary stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Ah,
Love that.
so
I still have a
pretty cool.
haunted whistling boy who I bought because I didn't think he was haunted. He was just supposed to be an antique doll. And now he's just sitting in my cupboard and I genuinely don't know what to do with him because weird shit was happening. He was turning my lamp on like when I
Maybe
had
you
him
can
over there.
donate him to my house or to like, I don't know, somewhere where he could be on display.
I just start an auction right now.
I might have to donate her
Who wants a haunted doll?
to somebody. I might have to stop. I might have to put her. I might have to give her to Christy. All Saints. You can go to All Saints.
I'm like freaking out right now. I can't
Stop
handle this. I need to move on for my own mental being. Roxy, where's the location at for the video June 3rd? So a week today, we are going to be putting out a new episode and we're still in Arizona. And we were supposed to be putting this out like way a while ago, but obviously with all the health stuff, we weren't able to. But I will say this, we have saved the best for last in our Arizona trip,
yeah.
1,000%. Oh, there's one other one from Arizona. I'm not too sure if I'm putting it out. Just depending on how much we can film. If we don't get enough filming done in the next like month, I might have to put that other one out. But I just want to still have content for members only as well. Again, all that stuff will be coming out soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be investigating at the train depot in Arizona. And you guys seriously are probably like, a train depot, like not very impressive, but I swear
Oh
this
my God.
place was the most active for sure. And I'm dying to go back. And one of the craziest things I personally think like I've ever captured on camera. I'm not going to give too much away, but it does happen pretty early on in the episode as well. So like definitely come and check it out. And honestly, like it's a weird episode. So many things happened.
Yeah, this was like one of those locations where we had been told it's like hit or miss, you know,
Right.
like a lot of people go and they don't get anything.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, well, you know, we're like, we'll like almost debating if we even do this location. And we're like, we'll just put it at the very end, you know, because like we won't have much energy and all this stuff. And oh my fucking God, were we so just like not prepared for
Yeah.
what that location was going to be? I mean, just so insanely active.
Yeah, I wanted to put it out before the Elks Lodge, but when we were at the train depot, there's actually a big thing. You'll see it, but it's to do with the Elks Lodge. So I was like, dang, I have to put the Elks Lodge out first so people know what the Elks Lodge is. So when they watch this one, they'll be like, oh, yeah, the Elks Lodge. Hey, so there's like a little tie-in, just small tie-in. But anyway, really cool. Is it gonna be Sheriff Jade? Or train conductor Jade? I was definitely in character for sure. But it was definitely, I feel like it was more Sheriff Jade vibes, but like old cowboy Sheriff Jade vibes.
Yeah.
And wear your Western hat. I sure did.
She sure did.
I sure did. That's the only investigation that I've worn the hat. And
And I had my gun. Pew pew.
yeah, we definitely had props. It was very, very fun.
This is
And
Top Gun.
we done some, I mean, you guys will see it next week, but our big thing right now is we are trying to save up money for a new camera. We really want another camera. We want to start incorporating much more leaving a camera at like steady cam somewhere and then us leaving a building and seeing what happens. Because and we done that on this one as well. So it's very, very cool. I love leaving a camera. I love going through the footage. Not. Sorry, guys. It takes so long, but I would send it to Mandy. She can go through the footage. She loves that.
I will gladly sit and watch 6 hours of footage.
But we did get quite a lot from that footage as well. So I don't know. It was really, really cool to go through that. Yeah, you guys will just have to come back on Tuesday and check it out.
Tuesday. Gotta come back on Tuesday.
Tuesday, in it.
Tuesday, in it.
See if there's any more questions, and then I'm going to head to bed.
The bed she goes.
Well, no more questions. I'm going to bed.
Going to bed.
All right, guys. Well,
wait, is this a joke?
what?
What's the difference between a couch and a sofa and a settees? I don't know. What is it?
There
What is
really is no. There's no answer.
Oh, are you sure? It's not a joke?
It's not a joke. It's
Oh.
it's an inside joke on Discord.
Oh.
It's literally just like the things that people call it a couch or a sofa or a settee, and we ended up having like a full-blown like hour conversation. A lot of us over on Discord trying to figure out the difference between them all.
Fantastic.
So there's no solid
Well, with
answer.
that, I'm gonna go fuck off. So
That's a rabbit
bye.
hole. It's legit a rabbit hole. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for being so lovely and kind and just the best people we could ever ask for.
Yes.
Ghost Club, just going to get a little touchy. The Ghost Club community still sticking around even after like slower times and just being so understanding has meant absolutely everything to me. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, just love you all.
We love you.
All right. I'm going to go cry now.
I'm gonna go not cry.
Okay. We love you.
But you have a galaxy, don't cry. Okay, bye.
You're going to just be so bitter about that for all time. Well, I have my own galaxy.
Writing
So
in my
on
journal.
that note,
She fucking has her own galaxy. What a bitch.
bye, guys.